This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You will hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair, balls of Christ, dude.
This is Mark from On Target Defense, and you're listening to the hottest talk show on the net, Late Night with Ed Money.
Ed Nick?
If I take a second, it's because I have to make a bet on my phone.
Oh, that's...
I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Why, hello, my friends. You're listening.
Hi there.
Late Night with Ed Money here on the website. Only for this moment is edmoneylive.com. Nope. Now I get totally thrown off because I just did that. But you've been listening to all the things that you normally do. Thank you for all the things you do. Just
get out with it, Ed.
You're talking
blowing
to me.
it.
Yeah,
You're blowing it.
Focus, Ed.
CPAP, Chuck.
What's up?
Bruh. Chuck Dick.
Hey.
I am like my reset switch is you through everything that I normally
did,
hit.
yeah.
The record, you hit the lay thing and it
sound light.
It did this on the thing. Right there.
I'm
right
a little
there.
light.
Sitting next to me is the amazing Byron.
Hey, how's
Hi.
everybody doing?
He's so cool looking.
Thank you.
I am so he made it finally. Always keeping his inbounds in check is Bueno. If we change his name so many
Great
times.
Dano, Bueno, no Bueno.
Hi.
And Bueno was his name out.
And last but not least, now he's going to be a permanent member of the crew, is Jeffrey Street down there.
Nice. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
High
really?
five.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, ready? Jeffrey Dick? Yeah, it's official now.
Now it's official.
So many things to talk about. There, we did have you. I want to go right into the Halloween.
Okay.
Or you want to go into this?
Oh, do Halloween and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
what
it
a-
in before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to say this is we had. I don't get trick or treaters here.
Oh God, I get a million.
In the basement?
They come in the basement. They just never leave.
Oh, yeah.
They're making shoes in the back.
It's the fact that because of the street that I'm on. First of all, there's no sidewalks.
Yeah,
or anything
it's a
like that.
tough one for
It's a
that.
tough one that we
Yeah.
get. But it's weird because
Plus, everybody in the neighborhood thinks your house is haunted. So.
they do. Well, see, do you know what helps is we use motion lights, so they're always off. unless you come up, then they come on. So, everybody thinks you're supposed to turn it off if you're not home
Yeah,
or
if you're
whatever.
running out of candy.
If you're out of candy. And, but the funny part is 3 houses.
Or if you ate it all. What?
So look, they're out of candy. Oh, they have some. Now they're out. Now
They must have
some.
ran out. They went and bought more.
3 houses down is the entrance for the audience that if you're out there is a development behind us called Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go 3 houses down and then everybody busses in.
That's where they go.
And they run back there
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
and there's, people that give away.
You can make a lot of candy back there.
Well, here's the thing. Those are teeny Reese's. Some people give away the double and the big
What?
bar. Yes.
Dude, there's 1,000 houses back there. Who can
they-
afford that?
Yeah.
They do.
That's
People
just
do.
silly.
We gave away full candy bars this year.
Did you really?
It was a deal.
I had a whole bowl of edibles. Nobody showed up.
Yeah, do you give
That you remember, you woke up and you're like, did I eat all these?
It wasn't that big of a difference price wise
Well, you
because they
have
were
a-
on sale, and it was like Hershey's
Right.
with almonds.
Right.
That
Right.
we had some of those left.
You get
obviously.
Mounds? Did you?
No, Mounds. I like Almond Joy is my favorite.
I like Almond Joys, man.
But Kit Kats and
kidding.
Reese's, we had 2 big boxes. It was like 64 total.
Right.
And I guess I took my son somewhere in Olmsted Falls. So.
Yep.
But Samantha, it was cold and windy. She's like, her son's getting older. He didn't
And
want
it's
mom
snowed.
there.
Yeah, right.
They were all hot dogs. They were all
Right.
these hot dogs running around.
Right.
But anyhow, she sat there and she's like, not one person. And then when it got dark, she like sold out. Like
Get out.
immediately went through everything
What
and
the-
had to
how
go
long was
inside.
Wait a minute, she was selling it?
Well, yeah.
It was like a
Isn't that what you're supposed to
Damn
do?
it.
Well, it's weird.
he got like
I've been doing this
the
all
free trip to
wrong.
Washington because he sold so many candy bars.
Her cube got a workout.
See, it's weird because I had a different trick or treat for because we're considered township. We had a different trick or treat day than you did.
Ours was on Halloween.
Right,
Ours
yours
was
was
always
on
on
Halloween.
It's
Halloween.
always on
wouldn't-
Halloween.
So you wouldn't charge taxes? That would have saved
tax-free
Samantha.
holiday.
It was tax free, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so we and I always buy one bag just in case we get because it doesn't bother me, but I know, and I always tell the neighbor guy he sends his kids over here, and we give him just like a shit ton because they're the neighbor kids.
Yeah.
and because
Here's a turkey.
Ed was passing out ramens.
Who wants kidney beans?
Eat them quick because the expiration date was last week.
What would happen?
Some leftover liver and onions.
Don't you get my liver and onions away, Eddie? I like it.
Okay.
Right. So what happened is I decided he got a hold of me. I did the door job. So the guy said, "Hey, you got to come over and check out." He does his whole front, not Chucky, but this
Yeah,
guy,
me.
Colin, does his whole front lawn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people. I like it.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not doing it.
I just
Yeah.
got lazy this year.
Yeah, it'll be in
I had
the.
a lot of
I'll
stuff
put a
going on.
photo of it. He said it was okay. I took a photo. It'll be in the entrance here for the audience. In the entrance and the exit. So look at that photo. He does. He has a fog machine. He has these little things that move.
That's
all
awesome for the
yeah,
kids.
Yeah, right.
like-
So he doesn't have a job, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Dude, he
Yeah.
even dressed up himself with these
Yeah.
long fingers, and so
Yeah.
he
Does he have to register? That was my next question.
Is there a blue dot on his house?
a blue dot?
Yes, that's the registry on your map. It's a blue dot.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh,
No.
that's horrible. No. So, but he said, come check it out. I said, all right. He lives right down the street from Chucky. So I said, I'll swing by for shits and giggles and stop. So I stop at the guy's house. Pisses me. I can't stand trick or treat when these people come up with a baby with no teeth and
Oh,
they're
yeah,
trick-or-treating
dude.
for-
Yeah.
It's for the baby. No, it's not. It's for your fat
Yeah.
ass.
It's for your fat ass.
What I hate worse than that is the moms who follow the kids in the minivan.
Oh yeah.
They they'll drive 50 feet, pull over. Their kids will walk. They'll drive 50 feet, pull over. Get out and just walk with them. It's only a
Right.
couple blocks.
Get your fat ass out of the car and
Yeah,
walk.
that's a
Or
good
just don't
point.
let them go.
Because they're like dropping rust everywhere.
Were they in Ed's truck?
Hey, wait a minute.
That's where I was going with that.
That represented me.
Was it an Uber?
It was DoorDash.
Uber treats?
So what happened was I was there and he says, "Hey, you going down to visit Chuck?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go see CPAP Chuck." So this guy had it, and he made the mistake. He thought he was being cool, and I told him, I go, "Dude, I think it's really cool what you're doing." He had an actual, not real coffin, but he made up like a coffin, and he put all the candy in it so the kids could reach in and do it. But these adultier kind of
Yeah.
were reaching in and pulling. I said, "Dude, they're pulling," and he goes,
what am I going to do? Am I going to argue
yeah.
with people over a couple things of candy? I said, that's a principle of it. So I go down to his house. So I go down. First of all, it's the funniest thing. Beautiful Beck sitting there with. You ever watch the Kentucky Derby and they wear these
hats?
Oh,
She has this awesome witch's hat on.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
does,
yeah.
but it's huge.
And I'm bitter.
yeah.
This is I'm kidding you. First of all, I pull on up and I pull right in front of
I go, I smell rust.
right in front of his house. I do, and I look on over at him, and you should look at his face. Because first of all, it must have been 20 degrees outside.
Well, right after Ed got there,
Started fucking snowing.
I was just sitting in a whiteout.
Yeah.
It was a literal whiteout. I kid you not. I'm like,
It was
Becky,
cold.
I think it's snowing. And all of a sudden it was like,
Yeah. It was
I'm like,
fucked up,
son of a
man.
bitch.
The funny part was when I pulled right in front of his house. I look on over in the truck and I was going to beep the horn, but I saw her big hat and he was all bundled up in this thing. You see, all you see is his face and the meanest look on his face, like he's going,
Oh, I was
So-
mad when it started snowing.
your lips are all blue.
Yeah.
Because he was.
I'm like, my knees were literally frozen.
You're like, mother.
And he's sitting in a lawn chair,
Yeah.
right in front, because you didn't want people to come up to your.
Well, I didn't want
Yeah.
the little kids trying to get up on my porch.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
And what was it yesterday? 70?
Yeah.
75?
Yeah.
It was
Yes.
nice.
Yeah,
It
because
nice
I was
all through
raking
the night.
leaves
Right.
again.
Right. So I turn, I get out, and I'm talking to him for a minute, and they got all kind. There was one kid that came up that said he was like a student or something. Wasn't even dressed up. And they were using the actual pillowcases.
Yeah, they
like
were
we
using-
did.
Yeah. They were kicking it old school.
And there was a couple that were cool.
I used a garbage bag.
Did you?
I filled that fucker
An
up.
actual garbage bag?
No, I'm just.
He's a duvet cover. Just dragging it behind him like Santa Claus.
I'm carrying a laundry basket. There you go.
Sea anchor.
Treat.
Throw it in my sea anchor.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was just so funny to see. Like it got the temperature was crazy, and you even asked, you go, "Is that snow?" And I go, "Yeah, I think it's snow."
And then it just turned into a
And it's just
whiteout. And then
white-
Ed leaves, and I'm just sitting there.
Yeah.
You started getting a bunch of people. That's
Yeah.
why they were coming.
Sitting there on the porch, just blizzard,
He was-
eating candy.
Yeah. I had to store it in my pocket so it didn't get too hard to eat.
He was so bitter, dude. If you could have seen the look on his face, like he was just like, God.
yeah.
this
And I was
can't-
like, but at the same
Right.
time, I'm like, normally we like put out tombstones and the fog
Yes,
machine, the strobe
yes,
light and
yes.
shit going on in our window.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that this year, and
Right.
I'm glad I didn't because I would have just kicked it over.
yeah. Well, I
Go
don't.
Clark Griswold.
Yeah, totally.
That's the only thing that bothered me was they had people that were doing it with a stroller. I even told you about it ahead
Yeah.
of time. Like, dude, there's people down there down the road. They're with a stroller. Kid has no teeth, and you're getting.
That's why he got Starburst.
Now and laters.
rock candy.
You gotta give them jujubes. If they don't have teeth to get stuck in.
Gummy bears.
Yeah,
Why not?
right. Some sugar babies.
Oh, and congratulations, Ohio, on passing the
Number
issue
2.
number 2.
Recreational
Yeah, well,
marijuana.
he was-
Ohio.
He
What?
was saying
What?
that it's going to take like nine
No,
months.
they have up to 9 months to get it going.
Yeah, we said close to a year.
Well, here's a question on that. Since it is legal,
Yes, recreational.
do you yes, thank you, recreational. Do you have to go get a card again?
No.
The medical card is. When the difference between having a medical card and no is when you have your medical card,
Yes.
no matter where you go,
Yes.
you get a discount, like a medical discount.
Yes.
So, like Becky, my wife Becky has her medical card.
Yeah.
So if she goes to a place in Michigan that has recreational and medical,
Yes.
she will get the medical discount where you don't get the discount with just medical or recreational. I'm
Right.
sorry.
You don't pay taxes on the medical.
Medical, basically, yeah.
But they said I think it's going to be like 10%
10%.
which,
Yep.
On top
That's
of
fine.
normal taxes.
right. On top of,
What?
But look
Yeah.
at the sin tax is the same
Are you
thing. Our
serious?
beer is like 13%, so you can't even complain.
And,
Yeah.
and
It's-
even better than that, you can legally grow it.
Right. Up
6
to
plants per person.
per person.
We go over to. He's got it on the porch. It's coming out the window.
It's on the
Fuck
roof.
yeah. I have the little flower boxes out front. Yeah.
I got my pot set up and my grow lights are ready. I'm just saying. It's like, just that seed as soon as
When can you start doing your own?
December 6th is legal.
Really?
The day after
probably
or
put 'em
some
in a little-
whatever, yeah.
You could start the
Right? You can get
Yeah.
the seedlings going.
Really?
what's it
Germinating.
called?
Gestation?
Germination? Yeah. Gestation.
Gestation. That's
Same thing.
Good lord.
that was the other bill.
Is he just trying to throw out? Wait, before the show started,
The penetration.
before the show started, we were using words like totally with the wrong meaning, and Ed is doing it, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
Have you listened to these shows?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at me? Look at him.
That's funny.
That hurts because
I love people that what
But
you say,
anyway.
sound it out.
Yes.
Sound it out.
But anyway, it was kind of an overwhelming.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though.
So well done, dopers in Ohio.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask a
Dumb question. Go
well,
ahead.
it's ignorant by lack of exposure. The question.
Oh,
that-
that's a fancy term.
well, no, it's no.
He,
Trying to dress it up.
yeah.
Ignorant. Like, here's my reason why.
Yeah,
Well, this
no,
is why I'm so dumb.
Yeah.
No, it's
Giving an excuse as you.
I mean, ignorance is lack of exposure. That's literally what
Yeah,
it means.
that's
So we'll
true.
give you
There you
that.
go. I feel
mean,
better. There you
Inexperience.
go.
Who invited Jeffrey?
That's right. Get these damn engineers out of here. No, so the thing is, I know you can't drink and drive.
Nope.
But you can legally drink.
Nope.
Now, is this going to be the same,
way you can't
Oh,
smoke and
absolutely.
drive. Yeah, no.
Where you're not.
Yeah.
If you're impaired, you're gonna
Impaired is impaired, bro.
It's like people that have a job that think, oh, it's legal now. I can get high.
Not so
no.
much.
If you have to take a drug test now and it's not allowed in your
Yeah.
system,
Well,
it's
You can
still
get,
not
you can
allowed.
still
in your
get drug
system.
tested.
So you bus drivers out there.
Well, that's
Smoke up because you're gonna need it with those little bastards.
that's the crazy question of the day. Is like he just said, is that because it's legal? Say you did it last night and it stays in your system 1 week,
30 days.
30 days. Okay, 30
Depending
days.
on how much you do.
Yeah.
That,
So to answer your whole big long question
see
that
where I'm
we
gonna go?
probably talked about this before, you'll fail you'll fail a drug test.
Yep.
Nothing different.
yeah. But can they?
No,
they,
but-
they can't terminate you now because
Yes, they can.
Oh yeah.
If it's in your system and you have a job that you're not allowed to,
There's still jobs
Have that.
you don't want your airline pilot smoking some weed.
Yeah.
like all the
Right, I mean,
trades.
I'd rather the airline pilot smoke the weed than drank as much as they do.
Oh, wait.
Good luck with that.
Any company that chooses to drug test you can
Right.
they still have the right to do that, and if you show up to
That
the
is
job
correct.
high or if you fuck yourself up or somebody else,
Yeah.
Right.
they can still
See,
drug
that's
test
it.
you. And
I think
you
that's
know,
the
And
advantage.
a
of liquor.
razzmatazz.
That's
Yeah.
the advantage of liquor is the fact that you can drink today
Right.
and you're fine tomorrow. You know, you're not going to nothing.
Depending on who you are.
And how much you drink.
yeah. If you,
Well,
And if you have a
yeah.
job,
I would imagine they could probably test you for that too.
I think we've all shown up to work the next day still drunk.
Oh, when I was younger, I remember I went out one night, saw a band play, then we went to the after party, and I had to be at work at 6 a.m. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to work and sleep in the parking lot. Well, I had the keys, so I went in, and I was so hung over. I was laying on the bathroom floor
Oh yeah.
At work?
because the tiles were nice and cool till they came in and woke me up.
oh. Yeah, I've changed clothes at Ziggy's
Oh yeah, you still have to stand by
after
your hand.
hours. Like after hours, like
You're kidding.
yeah, yeah, and went right to work from
You're
there.
kidding. You just
Oh, yeah.
stumbling while you're doing
The old
it.
days, good old
Oh,
days.
God.
I've gone into work.
That's when we could do it.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Now I got to be
Right,
in bed
yeah,
by
now.
9:30.
Yeah.
I've literally gone into work and
his own
sat down
camera.
in front of my computer and been like, I'm too drunk to be here. I need
Yeah.
to go home.
I was too drunk to drive here.
Right. I was like, I should not be here. I should not have
No.
driven here.
You never been hungover and threw up at work, did you?
Oh,
I have.
I was close that
Who
day.
hasn't?
I was really close.
I have.
Really?
Matter of fact, I got drunk at work. We were there so long, I
Oh.
was sobered up and was hungover at work. And
I
threw
never
up.
understood that expression. Drinking yourself sober.
No, I didn't drink myself sober. I
Yeah,
got
but-
all fucked up, and we were there so long, I started to sober up. Then I got hungover and threw up.
Good
True
times.
story.
You went full cycle.
I almost wiped out in somebody's pee too. I did slide in it, but I caught myself. So true story.
You twist the ankle.
Oh, yeah.
It's all swollen.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
Okay.
speaking of
Yes,
pot and munchies and stuff, I went to a store. It's a chain store by us called Ollie's,
Yes.
and it's kind of like a Big
Dude,
Lots,
I
but they
like
got better
Ollie's.
stuff there.
Ollie's is
love
nice.
Ollie's.
And me and Becky were walking around, and we saw this,
And you think of
and I'm like, we are going to take it to the show to try it.
Oh, no.
what is
And
it?
it is
Oh, no.
cotton candy balls.
What?
Oh, I'm out.
I know you are.
Crunchy.
I mean, I'll
and
watch.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, is it the sweet? It's too sweet for
I'll
you.
have an allergic reaction.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
So
Yes, I'm kidding.
I popped the tab. Yeah, I popped the tab at home, so I didn't have to fight it over here. So we're all going to try this now.
Are we?
You want me to get little bowls and just
So
pour
how
some
did
in?
you get the little ring
Just
back
reach
on?
in and grab one.
I just like
for
cut it.
fuck's sake.
I just like pull it off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we all
Fancy.
peed on our hands a little bit.
Here, just take some. Take a bunch. Wait.
Reach your paw in there.
It almost.
They look like
I'll wait till
cheese
you guys
balls.
get one.
They don't.
They
Have
look,
you had this
they
before?
look
No, I didn't
fancy.
try them. I just took the ring off because I didn't. I
It
wanted
really
to be
smells
with
like cotton candy.
They look
All right,
like
I got 4 of them.
They look like the things that come in Captain Crunch, but
But
larger.
bigger. Are they giant crunch
They look like
berries?
the crunch
Yeah.
berries.
Crunch berries. They look
don't
like
get
little
gasoline?
robin's eggs.
Yeah, I'm not in.
Yeah, I get it.
I just certain things. My appetite isn't.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's very blueberry.
They're very blueberry.
Yeah.
Dive in.
Dude, you called it.
Dude, they're crunch berries.
I think Jeffrey has an extra if someone's looking.
They're
3
blueberry
extras.
crunch berries.
All right.
He must have liked it.
Dude, it's not bad. They're not bad. It's the cheese balls without the cheese coating.
But with blueberry.
Yeah.
I wish you would have said blueberry
Thanks,
beforehand.
genius.
That's what it is.
Did you hear what Ed said?
Fa-
It's the cheese balls without the
right.
cheese coating.
Right. It's exactly
Thanks, genius.
So
I would put those in a
imitation
bowl of
blueberry
cereal.
makes me nauseous.
Oh,
So right now, where are we at here, Jeffrey?
I like it.
I had
So-
one. We're good. I'm just gonna wash that
so
down.
that makes you nauseous. So I'll have to take that
Oh, you
gift
can
back.
keep those here, Ed.
You know,
I want to eat those with a bowl of milk.
Now, okay,
Dude.
that's what I was going to ask. Now, how do
Yeah.
you do those? Now, can you sit with a bowl of those and
Yes.
dip them in ranch or something? Watch a game? I don't know.
Maybe some hot wing
You never
sauce.
know. You know,
Finger food?
is that
Yeah.
a watch a game type snack, or is that
No,
like,
that's
try
a-
them because they're blue? I'm good.
It's a sweet.
After one.
It's a sweet tooth, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it
so they're very
doesn't-
sweet.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think the sweet
it's
is
subtle.
quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's subtle, but I like them.
I'd say so do I.
For $4.99 for this big thing at Ollie's, you too could try cotton candy balls.
Is it going to be like the Cheetos where like who ate all the blueberry cheese balls?
Yeah.
And you have a blue fingertip?
Ed,
Yeah.
Ed's got a blue wiener.
Again.
I was watching anime.
But I
It
would.
used to just be his balls.
His butthole's blue.
They're not those kind of
on the
balls, Ed.
surface.
I wonder if I wonder if
It's an anal eclipse.
I
Blue.
Anal eclipse
Once
of
in
the
a blue
heart.
moon.
Blue.
I wonder if if you eat too many of those.
Will you poop blue?
Yeah.
Green,
Well,
yeah.
Or
You got homework, Ed.
or like Willy Wonka, you'll turn blue.
yeah. Get him down to the juicer.
You have to get squeezed. You know, I think if there was the pink flavor of cotton
might like
candy,
'em?
I'd like them.
This is the
What
only.
would pink be? Strawberry or
Yeah.
bubblegum?
It's
Ooh.
I don't know. It's like
bubblegum.
I think it's
Ew.
more of a bubble
You don't
gum.
like bubblegum ice cream?
Imagine filling
Because
up
my
on
favorite
bubblegum
flavor is
Cheetos.
purple.
Bleh.
Purple's delicious.
Purple's awesome.
Yeah.
It is.
Purple drank.
Well,
Purple dry.
because you gotta realize everything grape is purple, but it doesn't
Right.
taste like grape.
No.
It's
No.
purple. It's
purple.
It tastes purple.
right. I
Even
don't care.
orange. Anything orange doesn't.
Anything.
yeah.
You know, I love orange flavored stuff. I
you?
don't. I
I
don't
do.
care
I do
if
too.
it's orange or
Are you a
like.
Tang guy?
Actually, yes. Yeah.
You're kidding.
No.
I
Do
mean,
they make Tang anymore?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to make screwdrivers with Tang instead of orange
That's a
juice.
pretty good idea.
It's terrible.
It's healthy.
Don't ever do it.
I thought you said you like to. You know, like when orange juice goes bad. When we were kids, there was you know how that taste orange
Yep.
juice gets.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's turning. Yeah.
And
It's turned.
this girl we grew up with, her name's Rachel. We were sitting there drinking. I was like, "Oh, it tastes weird." She's like, "It tastes brown," and that was like the perfect description of orange juice. Not when it gets to be like a mimosa, when
Yeah.
it's carbonated,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
when it's carbonated, but
Yeah.
when it just starts to get turned,
Turn-
you know,
When
Yeah.
it just
It
starts
tastes
to
brown.
It
separate.
tastes brown.
it tastes brown, and that was like the perfect
Oh,
description.
yeah.
That is a good description.
So Ed, when you go upstairs tonight or tomorrow morning and have that orange juice that I know is already bad,
He's gonna have some
think about
brown
it.
juice.
Well, his orange juice is actually burnt orange now.
It's,
And that's the color of it.
His
Somewhere-
is separated. You could get a good
Right.
You could get a good glass of water if you don't shake it.
To say it looks like Italian dressing.
Yeah, right. Quick, pour it.
Do you know what's the worst thing? I actually do have orange juice in the fridge upstairs.
How many weeks old is it?
No, we did. I just got this one, but here's the
Oh
thing.
my God. I'm gonna have
gotten
a couple more of these and get 'em away.
Orange drink versus.
Oh yeah,
orange
I hate
juice.
orange
drink. Love it. Dairy
Like
Milk,
High C?
fuck yeah.
Anything orange is
Yeah,
good.
I love it.
I even like oranges.
Do you, are you if you have orange juice, are you a pulp guy? Like you have pulp in there or no?
I mean, if I'm only going to have a little bit, like I get this. The reason is this because I can drink a gallon of orange juice a day.
Really?
Yeah, and I get the not from concentrate.
No,
not from concentrate, just the straight.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the greatest thing ever. But
Yeah.
you'll get fat drinking it.
Oh yeah.
no.
A lot of sugar.
Oh yeah, but now the
orange
pulp
juice?
I can't really chug as much. So if I know I'm only gonna have a little bit, I can handle the. As long as it's not like at Denny's and it almost tastes like Tang with pulp.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But
Like Sunny Delight.
I found this Gordon's Food Service, the Gordon.
Yes.
They have fresh squeezed juices that they do right on the property.
What?
And it
Wait
is
a minute.
amazing. Like it's really, really expensive. But I got the grapefruit juice. Even if you don't like grapefruits, whatever. The juice. It's if you close your eyes, it's like you're eating a grapefruit. It's so fresh and good.
I've
It's
never been
expensive,
a fan of grapefruit because
Love
it's too
grapefruits.
tart. It's very tart. It's
Try
too
their
tart.
juice. Oh, they have like
Pink
cucumber,
grapefruits aren't.
watermelon cucumber,
Yeah,
and
that should be good.
But, the apple cucumber. That was it. They do it right there, and it's just delicious. But
Do you
it
know-
separates.
What
Yeah.
was
You
the-
got to really
the
shake it.
Do they have chocolate?
No,
I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Do you have any
juice?
chocolate kiwi?
they squeeze the hell out of it, but they
Yeah.
don't get
You
an
see
ounce
them back
of
there
juice.
throwing Hershey bars in the press.
Yeah,
It's like, what are they doing? Juicing coca beans?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, dude. I've never been certain juices I could have. I loved. Remember when Penton's? There's a place up here called
Yeah,
Penton's,
a
and
farm market.
They used to do the
I miss that place.
apple juice
Oh,
right
yeah.
there, and they had that apple
Oh, the
juice
cider.
machine.
Cider?
Was it cider?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
usually
what-
at a farm market, it's cider.
Cider. Oh, dude, that was
So good.
so good.
I'm just throwing it out there.
So good.
Yes, Ed, they're making apple juice.
What
Yeah.
was the difference?
Because that's like a whole different process.
Yes.
They were squeezing the juice out of an apple. It's cider, and then you let it sit there for a couple weeks, and
Yeah.
it turns into booze.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were just.
I have some-
You add moonshine and it becomes
Yeah.
what, apple pie or something
Yeah.
like that.
I have
Is it-
some,
I don't know how to
uh,
make it, but
Is
I have
that,
some stuff I'll be bringing.
Coquito.
oh, I like that.
It's almost Coquito season.
dude?
I like
is.
that.
I believe it's orange creamsicle moonshine.
Yes.
There was. I went to a party one time and
Homemade,
at
yeah.
my sister's, and this. What are you saying? The apple pie. Of course, you go and they're drinking stuff out of every type of Jack Daniels, but you name it.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
different. That and what'd you call it? Coquito.
Coquito.
That's the
So good.
Puerto Rican eggnog.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican
Oh shoot! I ordered that hot sauce I
Yes.
told you guys about, and I got a brand new bottle. Forgot it,
Oh, that's
but it's okay because we have
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
a new regular.
You're
and
right.
We have the blue,
Right.
whatever's.
The blue balls.
So I didn't want to steal
balls.
airtime.
That's right.
I'll save it for next week.
But they had that apple pie.
These are Smurf balls.
And it is dangerous because people make that with moonshine.
Yes.
Yes.
And dude, it fucks you up.
Oh yeah.
I can't drink any of that apple stuff. Like even the Washington apples, that little
Really?
thing. It sits in my stomach, dude, and I am
Oh.
done.
Well, when you
You're gonna throw up.
Yeah.
do you do? You're not a shot guy. either.
See, I have to do shots because I can't drink like
a
fast
big drink.
enough to get any real buzz going. So the moonshine, I could take two nice big
Yeah, you have
sips
to-
of it.
you have to
I
sip
can get a
it.
little buzz
Yeah.
going and then sip on my beer. It's
Yeah.
almost like reverse for me. Like if I want a buzz, I'll have to do like 3 shots of Crown, or like when you go downtown or whatever and ask for a shot of Crown, they give you a glass.
What?
16-ounce glass of all Crown.
Oh
With
god.
like 4
See,
ice
that's
cubes
too
in it.
much.
It's $50.
I was like,
but
listen.
whatever.
But you look at the bartender, it's like, I'm 55.
Right.
I'm not looking for that bargain shot.
No,
You
just-
don't have. I'm going to
Right.
tip you
Then
anyhow.
why are you drinking
I
Crown?
don't. I don't need 6 ounces for a shot.
Right.
And honest to God,
too
it's
much,
like
dude.
when
It's
you
just too much.
when you go to drink a shot and it takes you like 10 seconds
Yep.
to chug it.
It's too much.
It's way too
And
much.
you get that
When
in
a
the
shot
back of the
because
throat.
I like Crown because I can't drink that much.
Yeah.
Like really, I'm not.
right.
I was just
I'm not
teasing.
like my
It's all
beer
good.
gets warm. I'll get
Right.
a new one.
Right.
It's almost empty, but not really. Like if I'm gambling, she's like, "Oh, do you want me to take that one?" I was like, oh, "It's half full, but yeah, it's getting warm. Give me the
Yeah.
new one."
Right.
Oh, right. You're a social drinker, right? You don't normally sit at home and
No, I don't
Yeah.
sit at home and drink.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
When I go out though,
You
Yeah,
don't
right.
drink. You don't drink
Right.
at home much. Then?
not really. Not
I
at
don't.
all.
I don't.
yeah. I didn't think he
like when I go out with like I
You're
saw
Captain
these
and Coke.
guys
Yeah, I
a couple weeks ago. And I
does.
had like 3 in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Ed sits home alone.
We got,
drinks.
we got nothing else to do.
No radio, no TV.
He just sits in the dark, rocking back and forth, clicking
Yeah,
his pen
and
open
that-
and close.
Didn't somebody write a song about
That
that?
soiled chair.
Sits there just staring at the fireplace.
Sits in that
No
soiled
fire.
chair.
The death chair.
Yeah. It's got like hair
Death
oil.
chair with all the love stains on it.
hair oil
It's like,
on it.
anybody want a beer?
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm turning the lights off
And
on.
he's looking at all the stuffed animals he set up in a circle around him. So what's new, you guys?
He sits there in Mr. Johnson's chair. He was for everybody out there. He was a teacher, very large
looked like-
teacher, and he greased his hair back.
Who was
Slick
which was the bigger guy from Laurel and Hardy?
Yeah, the big one. Yeah,
He looked like him with the
just
grease,
like him
with
without
the grease back hair.
without the Hitler mustache.
Yeah.
But he would lean back in his chair, and there was a spot on the chalkboard.
Yep, a grease spot
my
from his
God.
grill
And
cream.
when you go up to the pencil sharpener, there was a hole.
The peephole.
The peephole. It was in the cloak room.
Yeah.
And
Cloak.
You could go back there and look through it, and people have been up there sharpening their pencil and poke you in the eye.
That was I know somebody who
With
did
the
that.
eraser.
I know somebody who did that and got Mr. Johnson right in the eye.
Oh yeah, he would go back there and
He's a
watch
cop
the
now, by
class.
the way.
Who is?
The guy who poked him in the eye.
Oh, is it
Red.
Red
Rillips?
Rillips?
Yes.
He's one of the funniest guys I've ever
Oh, yeah.
ever
God,
came
yeah.
across.
That same class, he had an eraser stuck up his nose, and Mr. Johnson pulled his hair.
Hamburger.
Look at you, Linda. Pulled his hair.
Yeah.
He was the loudest burper I've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
ever
It was amazing.
ever seen. He could Amherst Pool. You could like hear him. Like I'd be riding my bike up there to spend the day, and
'Cause that's what we
I would
did.
just
Yeah.
turn off of Cleveland
Yeah.
Street,
Yeah.
but still a quarter mile off, and I'd hear it echo through the pines. Oh yeah, he was.
Every bit of that.
You could hear it from way far away, and
was
he always
good.
had that that look.
That's
on
an
his
actual
face.
recording
That's
of
a
what it
funny
is.
dude right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fucking hilarious.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
And now he's a cop. Isn't that
Yeah.
hilarious?
And a jazz drummer.
He was
I
always a
didn't know
good
that.
drummer.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Hi Ted.
He wanted to
Hello,
say
Ted.
real quick that you mentioned about looking through old
Oh
photos.
yeah. Do you ever get like
on Facebook?
You ever get bored and you're like going
Oh,
through
God, he did
Facebook
this.
profiles of
This is
people you
the
know, and
worst
then you
to do.
like see one of their pictures, and you flick to the next picture, next picture, next picture. Then you're back to like 2018, and you go to flick it, and you hit like.
Yes.
On accident.
Creeper.
Yes, on
You're like,
accident.
blue dot.
You're like, damn it! So you unclick like.
You're like, no.
Right, and you know they got the notification that you liked a photo.
Charles just liked your photo.
Yeah,
From 10 years ago.
Chuck, give Chuck a blue dot.
Yeah.
yeah. You're like, damn it!
Chuck,
Really love your baby pictures.
Chuck is waving at you right now.
I poked you.
Yeah, I poked you. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and so you like,
That's the
you're like, God
worst.
damn it! And next thing you know, you're like, not their friend on Facebook anymore.
Dude, I
delete you.
Or you try and I've done this where you click on it and because you can like and then unlike stuff, and they'll get a notice every time.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's
So
like
they
like
know.
like
Oh, just do it.
Yeah, just doing
Yeah,
it.
that's a good way to eliminate your friends list.
Oh, yeah. That's how you lose friends right there. Yeah.
It is. See, I'm not.
You want to thin the herd. That's how you do
Yeah,
it.
I'm not a Facebook guy. I quit social media pretty much.
Did you? No.
I like the idea of Snapchat just because I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to do it.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. So
I only.
Instagram is. I don't even know if that's a real thing anymore.
It is.
Yeah,
And,
he's an
you know,
Instagram. Aren't you? I know. No,
We say that every time, and
I do.
never
For
go on
some reason, I
Instagram.
keep envisioning you did one of those. Snapchat.
I just
is
don't
that
do
what
it. I just don't do it.
Snapchat.
I have
Yeah.
an account on Instagram. I just don't ever
See,
do anything.
You feel obligated to like stuff.
Yeah, right.
People wonder why you didn't
yeah.
like.
It's too much work.
something.
It's like a job.
You know,
I mean,
how
you can
about this?
block it.
I don't like anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. See, I just have for the show. I have Facebook. That's the only reason I really post that and clips of it. So please like and share and subscribe and do
Like
that.
and unlike and like and unlike and like and unlike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'll drop you off the list.
There you go, Jeffrey.
Look at him.
he's catching on.
Jeffrey's finding his place.
That's right.
He is. Yeah. No, that's the only reason I do it. And again, I'm one of those firm believers too. That when it comes to
Working, you don't like it.
to social media, that it's whatever everybody gets involved in, if your parents get involved in it, kids leave and they start something else. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
So
it's not cool when the parents do it.
Right. It's fat. I think everything's fatty. So whatever I like, that's what I use, and that's pretty much
Is your mom
it.
like, Ed, how come you're not friends with me on Facebook?
I mean,
Ed, why did you like a picture of me from 2017?
There was a funny commercial. There was a funny commercial about that. Like, you have ants. Remember?
Yeah.
All the ants are there, and he's upstairs, and she's like, "Did you get my friend request?" I said, "Yeah." And she's in her bathroom.
yeah.
He's like, "No,
No, I'll have to look.
I just, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know."
No.
Hey, Byron, I'll give you $1 if I could take that sticker off
What sticker?
the top
On
of your
your
hat.
hat.
I think that's supposed to
$1
be taken off.
For the listeners.
$1.
You want it on there?
No.
Oh,
I just put it on and I was too tall.
Did you vote? Is that I voted?
oh, you just lost $1. I offered you $1.
Put it back on.
All right.
$1.
Oh, it doesn't work now.
I thought he was trying to be cool, like the guys that
Thank
get the
you.
new
That's
hats
what I
and never
thought.
take the fucking
I was
sticker
like,
off.
please, please don't do
I just
that.
want to think of it as the little round. I don't even like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
sorry.
the thing on the inside.
Good looking out, Wayne.
Silver.
I
I'm just,
appreciate
hey,
I thought that was your like hip hop.
I mean, I would have been cool if
No.
you liked that.
No.
If you like that, you like
No.
that. You know,
No.
He still got the price tag on his underwear.
I probably could have looked at the camera.
I'll give you
and saw
$5
it.
for that one. The one on your underwear.
I was in the other day. Ken, thanks for bringing that, Chuck.
You know
too,
what
by the
I
way.
found?
What?
Real quick, that reminded me of. I wore this this flannel.
Yeah.
It's years old, but
Yeah.
since I lost some weight lately, I can wear it now, and it doesn't look like I can actually button it now.
Yeah, right.
And I just like it, whether it's buttoned. It's
Those
not
are great for
Listen,
winter time.
But anyhow,
Flannels are
So,
awesome.
I'm walking by and I was like, something caught my eye on it, and I looked, and there was one of those plastic things that holds a tag.
Used to be on it, so
Yeah,
it was just a plastic strip.
It's like
yeah,
a
yeah,
drywall anchor.
Yeah.
Goes in, but you can't get it out. You know the two things.
Yeah.
And that thing come to think of it, every time I wear it, I was always getting like a little
itch.
rash
you're like, what the
or whatever.
fuck is
You can, like,
that?
it's rubbing.
Because it's rubbing, and it's got to be like 6-7 years old. And it made it through like
The war.
washing,
Yeah.
maybe
World
even dry
War I.
cleaning. You
Yeah.
name
World
it. This
War II.
thing's been with. I mean,
Tupac.
It's still got the security
anyhow,
tag from the
Think about
store.
it. Yeah,
Dude, that's the worst too. When having stuff. Have you ever washed your clothes and you could hear the clinking because you forgot to take shit out of your pocket? Like,
Oh yeah, it's like clunk,
Nope.
and you're like, oh fuck.
or tissue.
boot.
And,
Oh, dude. If you forget to take a tissue out of your pants and then you put them in the dryer. Oh my God. Your lint
the
trap
worst.
is like
The worst.
And then if there's anything fuzzy, it will be
Yeah.
coated. It looks like it's snowed on them.
But you know what? $1 bill will come out unscathed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. It might be a little
especially
crumpled
if
up,
it's,
but
especially if it's new.
Yeah.
It's crisp and it's clean.
And it still smells like cinnamon from the stripper who had it in her garden.
that's right. That's right.
I believe that's money
You got the
laundering.
good one then.
oh
Didn't
god,
smell like cinnamon.
dude, I
Dude.
would go ahead.
Speaking of strippers and whatever, the first strip club I ever went to in my life, it was Pinky's
Stinky Pinkies.
on Brook Park Road.
Oh,
That was your
was-
first strip club.
I just drove by that
Oh,
today.
I spent a lot of time at GG's when
the bikini
when I was
bar.
a kid.
Yeah.
Well, they
Oh,
was
yeah, you
topless.
said, yeah. But the first time I ever went in there, I'm like, oh my God, there's naked girls, and all I had to do was pay $5 to get in. You know, I'm like, this is
Right.
the best thing ever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Yeah.
I look over in the corner, this lady is squatted down in the corner spraying like Axe body spray type stuff on her vagina. I knew then and there, I'm like, this isn't as cool as I thought it was.
Yeah, I was way off on
Now
that.
it smells good.
Well, if you like the smell of Raid.
Oh, Black Flag.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know the first one? Now that you just
Axe
said
and
that,
carp. Sorry, was that too much?
I think the
I
first.
never know.
Cedar and salmon.
Is somebody grilling here? Nah, she just got done with her set.
Yeah.
I think the first place that I went in was in Vermilion called Fantasy or something.
I remember
Fantasyland?
something like
Do you
that.
remember?
Oh, yeah.
They got like
Fantasyland.
The
purple
whole
building.
city was in an
Yeah.
uproar.
Yes.
Remember that?
But they didn't get totally naked. They went down to like a G string
and they
or
like
something.
opened and closed and opened and closed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But wasn't it because was it the neighbors? There was something right next door
yeah,
or something.
that was the first
It was on
place.
Liberty
church.
Avenue.
Yeah, yeah, they're to the
714. I mean, just off the top of my head.
I think it's a karate place now.
Did the bar open and close, or did the girls?
I thought it burnt down.
The bar opened and closed.
It's a karate place.
I was confused.
Karate.
You know, these poor kids are slipping on lube and everything else in there.
it's ingrained. It's just drained into the.
They all come out covered in glitter because you never get rid of glitter.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They're
What the hell?
like disco geese.
What is all over your gi?
Do you know
Is that glitter?
Disco gi.
the first? I'll tell you this: the first time that I really we would go. That with the Fantasy in Vermilion, there was one on 254 in where the gin mill was at.
Yeah.
Phantasm or something.
No, I remembered it was by Dog and Sons.
Yes.
The brass pole.
No,
that was
Illyria.
downtown Illyria, right?
Which
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna get to doing the brass pole.
Well, Bugsy's is
Well,
downtown.
That's
Bugsy's.
Brass Pole is by Stoney's Bowling Alley.
That was
Yeah.
the first
Thank you.
Right.
real
My
strip
bad.
club I went to was Bugsy's in Vermilion. Right, I know.
Illyria.
It wasn't premium.
It's still there too.
Yeah.
But you could get a handy for like $5.
What's not to like about that?
This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
You think they still have prime rib at the Kung Fu place in Vermilion? Buffet?
It smells like vanilla, steak, and glitter.
And sentimental dance for you while you eat it.
It's funny you say, yeah, but dude, there were strip clubs
I know
like
you
Christie's.
swear by it.
Yes, that had fantastic food.
They do. I
The
mean,
Crazy Horse had an amazing steak. I am not kidding.
I believe it. Well, you
Excellent.
get people in
Yeah.
I mean,
for whatever reason.
the one that was in Illyria, well, it used to be Mountain Jack's turned into
That turned into a Diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yeah,
Oh,
Diamonds
wow.
for a while.
and
yep.
and they had fantastic. It was Mountain Jack's.
Yeah.
So you could get fantastic food there.
But it wasn't Mountain Jack's or anything to do with it. Why would you
No,
even say
no.
that? They didn't leave food behind when they moved.
Did the chef stay on?
Well, Cinnamon and Chastity.
The servers did.
They changed the name
The
to Mountain.
servers did,
It was
yeah.
called Mountain Wax.
Yeah.
but it wasn't on Jack's. But the first
Thank
one
you.
we went. I went with for the audience out there. If you research way back, the Blue Eyed Moose.
Yeah.
When we went to what did you say, that Brass Pole?
Brass Pole?
Brass Pole. That was just like
By Stoney's Bowling Alley?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a solid for the audience. It's a solid concrete building.
It's like a 150-year-old building.
It's zombie proof.
It's
Yeah.
zombie. It really is.
Bomb-proof.
Go in
Yeah.
there, and that was the first time you get like
Apparently odor-proof. Yeah.
No fresh air in.
Yeah.
because
Or out.
when we
So-
went out to Cleveland, they had Christie's. You couldn't get this. You couldn't get this close to them. No, what is one on right there on the river? Was that Christie's right there?
What do you mean you
Yeah,
couldn't get that close
Cabaret.
to 'em?
It was Tiffany's for a while.
Maybe it was Tiffany's. You couldn't get this close. You couldn't.
What are you talking about? I had them grinding on my lap.
Well, you did a lap dance, but when they're on stage, it's not like you could roll up on them.
When you have a blue dot, you have to keep it at arm's length.
Yep.
They're like, oh, here comes Blue Dot Money.
Yeah.
But no, I remember for a while it was a crackdown where it was real. You
See?
couldn't touch them; they could
Right.
touch you, and
Right.
it was stickler points for
Yeah,
whatever. But
sure.
that's relaxed anymore. I mean, look at our society; what's going on around, and what's
Right.
acceptable. And,
Right.
I mean, look, for Christ's sake, you got a dual flexible dildo over your shoulder.
That's just holding the camera on the counter.
Right, I was waiting
As a
for
counterweight.
I was waiting for the
Is
audience.
that a gummy? Nibble on it.
Yes, Wayne, it
You can
is.
tell Ed already bit the tip off.
I'm going in the middle. I don't want the tip.
I was going to see if the audience noticed that, if they noticed that in the background. But we went.
Is that a lipstick mark in the middle? Who wears brown lipstick?
Tobacco.
It does. The lipstick has a hair on it.
Tobacco. Ed salt ring.
Or O-ring.
O-ring.
All right.
So we went to the Brass Pole, and that's when I went to Blue Eyed Moose, and we went out there, and dude, they would do way out there stuff, and you could get this close.
Is that place even still open?
I don't know.
The Brass Pole?
Yeah.
That was for sale. I even talked to a friend of ours that owns a sponsor of ours.
Yeah.
And it was for sale for 60 grand, everything.
What?
Yeah. Property, building.
Dude, the
Liquor,
property alone
yeah.
was
Strippers.
Yeah, I don't know if the liquor license you
It
might
was
have to buy.
turnkey.
Yeah.
A turnkey strip club.
Turnkey. Yeah. But yeah, 60 grand.
That's a hell of a deal. That's a hell of a deal for the property
what?
for the property and
I
stuff.
mean,
I paid
yeah,
more for
what
that
a
for my
bargain.
house.
Well,
Yeah, it's right there by the old Elyria City and
Yep.
Is it zoned residential?
bowling alley.
'Cause I'm just
I don't know.
Well, then it would be a house party.
I was like, if
Right.
you got money to blow, that might be kind
Yeah.
of fun.
like the
Right.
strippers
But
do.
then, yeah.
But
Oh.
I
if
don't
you got
know.
money to blow,
yeah,
you're-
yeah.
it could be expensive in the end.
Yeah. I don't think you were going to ever make a dime. Maybe been a decent write-off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Well, with that, I was just going to real quick story. When we were there, that was the first time.
You saw boobs?
No. I had, in fact,
Well, not his own.
No.
in fact, the blood went out there with him, DB, a bunch of us went out there, and these girls, they did the one girl was on stage.
Were any of them cute?
Nope.
I was ready for that.
Whoever had that locked and loaded, that was good. This girl was on stage, and the thing was, I had to look at because Bullet, you remember the Moose?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's sitting next to me, and we were looking at each other because
Now taking the center stage, Cinnabons.
she was on stage dancing, and she put her legs above her head, and she was grinding her teeth. She was going, hey, and
Whoa.
yeah, and
A little bit of booger sugar,
and I was like,
Wow.
a little bit of devil's dandruff.
What the hell?
I remember being there. This is terrible to say this, but I remember being there and then like the quality. There's like one really smoking hot girl that could have been anywhere. She
Yeah,
could have
sure.
danced anywhere.
Yes.
She looked great.
yes,
But then
Playboy
most of the
quality.
other ones were like
Yes.
the girl was crawling. I could picture it.
this was tryouts.
She's crawling across the stage, and she must have had like 8 kids.
Why was her belly dragging on
it
the
was
stage?
and it had those like silver lightning bolts where the
Oh, she had
stretch
the
marks.
stretch marks.
baby stripes.
Oh, they were. Oh, it was. I felt so bad. I mean, it was horrible.
Even
to
her
look at.
C-section at a
It was
C-section.
terrible. It wasn't even a nice flap hanging down. It was like wrinkled.
Like when you
Like-
see a big
like when you-
tiger walking.
Yeah. Or when you see somebody
A
that's
liger.
a little bigger,
Yeah.
and they had like a scar on their stomach, so it
Oh, yeah.
pulls in, and the ones it was just all
You mean
these
like
things.
Ed?
There were a lot of things
Hey, wait a
wrong
minute.
with this girl.
Yes, and you do.
It was not. It made you want to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
So this girl was grinding her teeth.
She was great. When Moose and I
That's
were
okay.
there, and the whole time, this was the first time. Again, I didn't really go a lot to the. I was never a big guy that went to those things.
Is anybody else buying that?
Nope.
Or-
No, I
Nope.
did it.
He's all excited talking about him.
Yeah. And then we went to the brass pole. And there's a girl.
and I'm rocking.
They have good food there if you join their
If you
frequent
like-
flyer club.
If you like vending
Yeah.
machines.
Yeah.
Apparently, they know how to make your steak.
Yeah.
And they have Cheetos.
Every
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday.
He wasn't
And
there that often, but
Monday.
they had his plate ready.
Yeah.
Your usual Mr. Money, Blue Dot Money.
He brought real silverware
Blue dot
and a
money.
knife.
Well done. All right.
Blue dot special.
Oh,
Don't encourage him. What are you doing?
I'm just,
What
you know
are you
what? I'm here
doing?
to,
He's new. Don't
to
encourage
bring him
him.
in and
Right. God
show him the
damn
ropes.
it. No, I'll switch it, but I'll go
Anyhow.
come back to that anyways. But I wanted to say that I as we're getting older, now that all of us are, except for Jeffrey, you're in
I'm
your
not
40s,
giving up my
right?
money to a stripper now.
No, no,
I work too hard for it.
Yeah.
You're
I
in-
will.
You're in your 40s, right?
I'll be 50 in 3 months.
Okay.
Oh, so
okay.
you're
So,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So he's
he's
up
right
there
there.
with us then.
He's right there. As we're getting older, our tastes are changing. Like foods that you didn't
Oh,
like.
dude.
Yeah, I think you're
I
right.
used to love Reuben's. I can't stand
Right,
corned
we
beef
talked
now.
about that,
You're
yeah.
kidding.
Can't stand it.
Do you get it with the Thousand Island stuff, or
Yeah,
is it,
it's-
or just a corned beef
The
and
corned
Swiss?
beef I can't stand.
Is it
Really?
the taste
Yeah.
or smell like a tequila?
I don't know.
Like,
I-
you get sick on tequila and don't want to smell
No,
it.
I never got sick on it. It's just for some reason I'm like, meh, I don't like it now.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, corn. You're kidding. Corned beef. What are you doing on St. Patty's
I
Day?
hope that doesn't go. 'Cause I still like it.
yeah.
Wait, what do I do on St. Patty's Day?
Drinks.
I drink, yeah.
But you can eat corned beef and
I'm not
cabbage.
eating. I give 2 shits about corned beef.
You're kidding.
I'm there for the booze.
You can always have shepherd's pie, damn it.
Are you a cakes and
Yeah.
egg? You're here's Irish too, aren't
I
you?
like
yeah.
shepherd's
Is it-
pie.
do you
Dude, he's
make
fucking
that?
red hair.
I made it last
Are
week.
you
It was so
Irish?
fucking
Did
good.
you use lamb
I
or do
did
you use
lamb.
burger?
I used lamb.
Okay.
Burger is cottage pie. It's different.
Okay. Well, see, I would like to try yours next
Yeah.
time you make it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm reserving a portion because
I'll
that's like
reserve you
my
a plate.
favorite.
Shepherd's pie?
Probably good
Shepherd's
3-4
pie.
days
Oh,
after
yeah.
too.
Oh, God, yeah. It's even better heated
Yeah.
up. The last one I made.
Oh, heated up is great.
Oh, yeah. No, reheated.
That's
Oh, I
actually
see.
that's
Yeah.
actually kind
Yeah.
of.
I didn't like it cold.
The last one I made.
like it cooked.
The last one I made wasn't as good because
Yeah.
I used the
Imitation?
ground lamb, not the.
They actually have ground lamb?
Oh yeah.
Well, what do you use?
I usually use lamb chops and cut it
You
myself.
cut it, so it's
Is that what
dicey.
you-
I like the ground.
Now, wait a minute. What exactly is
I would love
shepherd's
to try.
pie then?
Shepherd's
like a pot
pie.
pie.
Yeah.
It's like a pot pie, but it's lamb. It's
Ladies and gentlemen,
carrots and-
Jeffrey Street.
Carrots and peas,
Potatoes.
on top. It's you do
Yeah,
a base with
yeah.
a tomato and beef broth with lamb, ground lamb. I use
Is it always lamb? Can you do like
shepherd's pie is lamb.
You gotta have
okay.
peas.
Right.
Oh,
peas,
peas.
carrots. I use mixed
They'll
vegetables.
put them into appease you.
I really like the
But
peas.
it's supposed to be it's supposed to be peas and carrots. But I use
Okay.
mixed vegetables. I like the mix.
Succotash, if you will.
Well, they throw lima beans
No,
in that
that's
shit
right.
too.
Not like a rutabaga.
It's actually really good with lemon beans. But
Isn't
you do
Maybe some turnips,
Isn't that succotash, peas and
Yeah.
carrots?
Yeah.
maybe a beet or two.
I love beets.
But
I
you
do
put
too.
mashed potatoes
I
on
do
top
Right.
and
Wait, no.
cheese with it.
Yeah. and
So
then
mashed
you
potatoes.
broil it a little bit,
Yeah.
brown it up.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Now
you're
talking.
doing a mashed
Yep.
potato, or is it like a
It's
chunky?
mashed.
It's mashed
Did he,
potatoes.
did he specifically say mashed
That's what
potatoes?
I'm
Ed?
asking. He said potato.
Ed
He
is
said
lo-
It's mashed potatoes.
Mashed taters.
But even better is kolkanon, which is mashed potatoes with cabbage.
Wait,
It's
what?
It's
I
an
would-
Irish.
I would be open
It's
to
Irish
that.
mashed potatoes.
I'm
It's
listening.
Mashed potatoes with cabbage, boiled cabbage in it.
Mm-hmm.
You put that on top. Oh my god, it is.
See, the whole time Ed's looking at you when you're describing even the burger version with peas, and
Yeah,
he's
right.
looking at you like you're from another planet.
I'm
You know why?
listening.
Because
What
he's like,
person-
how long do you have to peel the lid back, and how long do you microwave it?
I mean, what person has never heard of shepherd's pie?
I've heard
He's
of it,
looking
but
at
I've
you
never
like
made
you're.
it.
Oh, it's so good.
No, I've never made it.
It's a strange thing. You
What?
I've never made it. Now wait a minute. Well, isn't that what sauerkraut is? Do you mix? Is it a sauerkraut?
No,
you mix?
because
Sauerkraut is
sauerkraut-
totally
speak.
different.
And that's German.
Yeah, sauerkraut is soured. It's vinegar
fermented, yeah.
based. Fermented.
It's
But you can-
just cabbage.
You can
Right.
get that type of without the fermentation cabbage. Do you
That's
mix
called-
it with that? As a
it's called
binder?
sauerkraut.
It's called
It's called
cabbage.
shredded cabbage.
Yeah.
You just get a head of cabbage. You cut it.
red
in
red
a-
cabbage. It's all
you know, you
leaking
boil-
in everything. Turn everything. red.
Actually, I did make the last
See?
stuff with red cabbage. It's not as good because the red cabbage doesn't have that tanginess to it. It's sweeter.
Tangy, but not too
Do
tangy.
you like I like cabbage with like noodles and bacon
Yes.
grease and little
I
bacon.
did that, yeah.
That's
Haluski.
a really good. That's so. Is that what it's called?
Haluski,
Is that
yeah. I made
Hungarian
it.
or Polish?
It's a comfort food.
I'm
actually-
Hungarian.
It's
Yeah.
Hungarian and Polish.
So
They
why
both
wouldn't
have
you?
one. But yeah, I made haluski with the red cabbage. I got red because they didn't have the regular
Yeah.
cabbage.
Damn it.
And it was good, but it wasn't as good.
But it was-
because
Is
Probably
it
looked
something-
funny too.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you say husky or hudka?
Haluski.
I didn't.
I didn't hear what you
H-
said.
I didn't.
I did. It's,
You did.
it's haluski.
Haluski?
It's like HLUSKI. I could
Yeah.
be pronouncing it
Wasn't
wrong,
me.
but
I never had that.
it's
The
so
Z
good.
is silent.
It's
It's got an epsilon in it. Is it
I've heard of it. I've never
a
had it.
delta,
but I've heard of
It's-
it.
epsilon, and a
Yeah,
number
yeah.
4.
it's egg noodles in butter with bacon and cabbage.
You
Oh,
got
that's
my
delicious.
attention. You got my
See?
attention.
It's-
Everything you just said was cool.
Yes.
It's a heart attack
now
and a
one
plate.
word in that
and
sentence.
But you know
is
what?
bad.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I
when
don't
your
care.
chin gets shiny
You're just like,
from
Right?
eating it.
See, I'm a
wait,
cabbage
we're
and
still
noodles.
talking about food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like,
I'm still talking about corn on the cob.
Kinda.
yeah. I love a big corn. Corn
on the cob?
I'm a cabbage and noodles. I love cabbage and noodles.
Yeah, that's
especially
haluski.
with a little bit of sausage. You put a little
Yes.
sausage in
A
it.
little
Yes, you can do that
sausage.
too. He likes sausage in his noodles.
Oh,
He likes sausage in his butthole.
Well, we're
Chuck.
and
Sorry.
I do.
It's a family show.
Well, you know, Jeffrey's new. He probably hasn't heard it yet. But
right.
And then
Might
his
as
chin
well,
gets
yeah.
shiny.
He's on the show, but hasn't listened yet.
first time caller, long time listener.
first long. No, I've noticed my tastes are changing. Our palates change. That's what
Yeah.
they say.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like you're saying the
Yeah,
corned beef,
corned beef
which
just doesn't do it for
shocks
me.
me that
Yeah.
you don't like corned beef. I mean, that's like a
it's
staple.
delicious.
I
could
even
be-
went as far as to try to get the corned beef egg rolls from one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
They used to be amazing, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a theory. You're mental.
Yeah. Corned beef.
And here's
How do you like corned beef and then not like?
Now,
it?
see, there's two corned beef likes. You can like the sliced corned beef, the sandwich type.
Like
Yeah.
from
Yeah, yeah,
Sliman's.
That's
Oh yeah.
And you could like the actual corned beef
Yes.
where it's stringy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where
I know what
you-
you're talking about,
You
yeah.
can
Like
still
almost like a
cross cut it.
pork-
and
Love it
pull
both.
apart. I like both of them.
all of it. Yeah.
Thank you. Me too.
Something about
And a
I
good
just can't
hot
do it
potato
anymore.
in there.
What about corned beef and cabbage? Like,
Yeah,
it
that's
does.
amazing. That's what we're
It's
saying.
the
Yeah.
corned beef part. I
did
can't
it
do
happen overnight too? It was like
No,
just
no. It was like
It was a 10-year process.
no. It was
Yeah.
like it really was like a 5-year plan or something. because I remember going out for Reubens on the St. Patrick's Day. I'm like, oh, these are all right.
Yeah.
Then the next year I was like, these are they'll do.
Yeah.
Then like after that I'm like, fuck, this is not good.
It's just not flavored
Yeah.
like.
So next time you eat it, can I have your corned beef?
You can, because there'll be one little teeny bite taken out of it. I'll get you the big one from Slyman's downtown.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Those.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Dude, there's
gonna
a
have to-
Slyman's down the street from me.
Is there?
Did they close?
Good for you.
No.
No,
I thought one in
The
Cleveland
one in
was
Cleveland was
on
closed,
Joe's,
but the one
up-
in Parma did not.
right. The one in it's a
Well,
Independence Seven Hills, whatever the
Yeah.
hell it is. It's
Okay.
It's not as good as the original, but they still have the giant
yeah.
sandwiches.
And what's the other one? Joe's.
Yes.
Joe's Deli's good.
Joe's
Yeah.
Deli.
They have good matzo ball soup. If you've
Yes.
ever had,
Never
matzo
had
ball.
that. I would like to
It's
try
so
that.
Never really
good.
got what exactly
It's like
is
a chicken broth. It has chicken in it. There's
Yeah.
no instead of a noodle.
Yeah.
It has almost like it's called a matzo ball.
Yeah, what exactly?
It's like a
No.
cornmeal.
Yeah.
There's no. I don't think there's any egg in it. Maybe
It's like
per
a
se.
soggy
But
hush
there's some
puppy.
binder.
Right,
But it's almost like a noodle.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
could cut into. It's almost like a dumpling.
Yeah.
It's not like,
Like
a
a
gnocchi,
round
not like-
dumpling that you cut, but it's a little more grainy. But it's like a corn meal
or,
type
corned beef.
Yeah.
Corn
like
mash.
dumpling. It's really.
Corned
I mean, I
meal.
love
That's where I was going.
Do you?
Corned
matzo
meal.
ball soup.
Do you like the
Never had it.
sauerkraut balls? Do you like sauerkraut
I
balls?
love
Love 'em.
sauerkraut balls.
Love them.
Really?
Totally
I
different.
just bought some yesterday.
I'm just saying that-
at
Yeah,
Gordon's. Gordon's.
Well, I'm just saying I'm profiling that flavor in that.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
Flickner's has
Yeah.
a great sauerkraut ball, but it's seasonal.
Yeah.
They don't always have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it and dip in a little something. Ranch. I don't like ranch, but yes.
I dip it in
Sauerkraut
Thousand
balls,
I do
though.
like ranch with sauerkraut balls.
The next day, oh,
They do not like you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The comforter's floating above the bed when I wake up.
I did find something that blew me away. Like that. It blew me away like that. But we got food from, because we're out in Ridgeville, it was easy to go to Wolfie's.
Oh, I like Wolfies.
Okay, they have something I never tried before. I got like a patty melt.
I
It
was
was
just
really
there
good. They did
today.
a great job with it. But they have these French fries that are hot fries. It almost tastes like a barbecue chicken,
yeah.
barbecue, or buffalo
wing.
wing sauce
Yeah.
on them. But they're not wet. It's like a dried on.
It's a rub.
It is
It's like a
amazing.
seasoning
It's
they
not
put
even
on.
like sprinkled on season. It's almost a reddish or orangish. And they were
Like
amazing.
Cheetos,
But
like
I've
your
never,
fingers.
ever had anything give me gas more than this in my life. I mean, I'm telling you, it's like.
Was it the
Nice.
patty melt or the fries?
I don't know yet.
Because patty melts are cooked on onions.
Yeah.
And a lot of mushrooms. And
Yeah.
that could pull it out of me maybe with the
Yeah.
greasy rye bread,
There's
But the French fry that I had there, the hot fries, I think they're amazing. Yeah.
This okay? What you went to an arena, which I was gonna V into was the food, which I've still got to get to the food part. But
Pardon me.
Look at
Had
Chuck-
one fry left.
Look at Chuck just
That was a great part.
That was a great.
Whoever
good
did
one.
that one is great.
This is part of what I was going to get at is two things. The food, again, I'll get to in a second. But the other part is how our bodies. I don't know if it's the 50 and once
react to
so
the
he's
food?
got to Jeff O'Leary's he's got to be prepared. Yeah, that whatever you eat affects you
Different.
gas wise. Stuff that
Negatively.
negatively, the
Yeah.
stuff that you never had a problem with, that all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're gassier than any. And at nighttime is the worst for me. It's like I could eat eggs are bad for me. I'm sure eggs are
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been off all week. Stuff going on.
Hammer down.
And I was making like bacon and egg omelets or whatever
Every day?
every day. And dude, my wife is just like, "Are you still farting?" I'm like, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am."
Just a little.
Trying to squeak it out.
Was that me?
What? Oh, pardon me.
Ed says I have to be prepared for this. We've had this discussion. I have IBS.
Oh, that's
breathing,
right. I
breathing
do.
makes me
Yes,
gassy. I
that's
mean,
right. I
there's
forgot about that.
There's no food in the world that I
Isn't
can
it terrible?
eat that just.
Yeah.
In fact, I wanted to ask you guys this because I was thinking about it. You guys have issues because of your
Yes. Gallbladder. Yes.
Do you get the painful cramps
Yes!
beforehand? You're like,
Oh God.
oh, Jesus.
Because you're trying to hold it in.
It's like
I rarely get those,
It's
but
like-
when I do, they double you over.
it's like a male menstrual cycle. You're just like, oh. Like,
But when that fart comes out, though,
oh. Dude, no, because if I get
And it's
those,
hot.
it's not a fart.
It's got a
just,
heat
it's a
behind
poop
it.
cramp.
it's
Yes.
wet. It's just,
Oh, really?
You can taste it.
it's stomach bile
Oh,
and
stomach
just-
bile.
Oh.
everything. It's bad.
He's Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry,
Is that stuff is
listeners.
affecting. No, it's.
I did have a cough fart. What is
Oh,
that?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, impressive,
And
sir.
I coughed, and it was just like a little bloop.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
You're like,
no.
ooh.
And
And
it
I've
voluntarily
never,
came out?
I've like rarely in my life have I ever even
Like,
marked. I wasn't marking my underwear. I've never.
He was
it
spotting.
It was close. I have to say there might have been a little mark. I was just like, whoop.
would you have a banana flip?
I just coughed, and it was, I was kind of not feeling
Were you
great.
dabbing cotton?
I mean, well, what I was saying,
No, there was no.
was the cream filling coming out of the bun?
Yeah, that's what.
I'm
Yeah,
asking.
Is it
Like
one
a
of those-
banana flip.
Do you guys ever have one of those farts where you fart and it feels wet, but you're not sure, so you gotta go check?
Only
Oh, I could
You're like,
tell
I
that.
need to check that one.
I could tell my cheeks were moving
Oh.
freely.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
I was like, oh, that's.
There
not
was one
good.
time we were leaving the bar, and it was the first time we ever had heated seats in the car.
Oh,
And I let a fart rip, and I'm like,
does it not feel like
What?
you pee your pants or something?
that was a fart. I didn't say I
Yeah.
peed.
You feel like
Totally
that,
different
though.
sensation.
You feel like that.
the whole ride home, I'm like, please, Jesus, please
Yeah.
don't let me shit my pants in front of my friends.
I had to go to a gas station or somewhere. I forget where I went, and just ruin it. And it was
blow it up.
There was a lot of cleanup on aisle, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just it. And when at night, I could be, gassy throughout the day, but as soon as I don't know if it's you're laying down and your body is in a different position, that I get.
Well, it's all the fat relaxing, and it's just pushing it out your
Yeah.
butthole.
Like when you're dead, everything lets go.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Isn't it horrible? Yes. Well, but I've noticed that my taste, and it's weird. I was never a soup or a stew guy.
I love.
Look at the look on his face, and both these guys. Look at the look on their face.
I'm sorry.
Is that I've been going to this place Brown. There's a I'll mention them. They're not anything with the show called Brown Helm Township. Right there.
Yeah, whoa. Okay.
It's the Brown Helm Country Store on the corner of Baumhart and North Main. I want to.
Yeah.
Or North Ridge.
North Ridge.
North
Yes.
Ridge. Yeah.
It's a very good store.
That one is,
It's one of my favorite
it's
stores.
They used to have the best porn mags there when you were a kid.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That other one was like like a running fart.
Oh,
That's the one.
that's horrible.
That was
That's the
him.
one. Yeah, that's the
the-
one I was talking about. The stomach pains.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
like
Spray the bowl.
It sounds
It's
like
either-
a full balloon
Yeah.
when you let it loose.
it's either on or it's off. It's either on or off. There's no like
Yeah.
leading into or
No.
you know.
But
There's no valve.
Your asshole's like
no.
a paint sprayer.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
yeah,
That's
that's an
it.
airless.
That's yeah.
But I did want to mention it because I was never a big at the most my mom growing up, because poor, she would make in a crock pot the
Cabbage.
What's the difference
Tin
between
can soup with
Yeah.
a shoe.
with shoe with
After she did the laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would make tin can soup with skull bandits. Is that what she did?
Oh.
For flavor.
Oh,
That
Mince?
explains.
Ladle out the bandits.
Yeah.
We got to
Lamb and
reuse them
mince.
next
We
week.
had people that had
Why is this soup so minty?
we had winter
Mom?
green Irish stew. Yeah.
That explains the ring on the dildo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
Whoever gets to the center gets the bread crust.
wow.
Ed gets it again.
But the most we would have, my mom would in a crock pot. She would call it Irish stew, which would just be
Whatever she threw in.
Yeah, whatever
Potatoes.
you threw in. Yeah, potato. It
Yeah.
was a filler. She would, and we used liver.
Tacos.
Now, that's another thing. I like liver now. Now, for which, look at the. You almost dry heave.
Dude, what do you like? Chewing on pennies?
I
It's
haven't
very
had
minerally.
like we used to have liver and onion because it was cheaper and we didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of money growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember kind of liking it. Like
See?
I could
Yeah.
tell when it was cooked better than
Yeah.
not.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know?
tough. It's like,
But I remember biting into it and almost being able to swallow part of it, and it's got that one stringy thing still stuck. You have to
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of saw through it with your tooth.
How about new?
I know exactly what you're talking
You gotta,
about.
you gotta
It's
bring
like-
it back up
kinda
and chew
gotta-
it.
It
in
was like
half.
bungee jumping down your esophagus.
You got to kind of break it loose
Nope.
and swallow it and then continue.
That's a
it's
negative.
bungee. Where you feel like you're throwing up another. Throwing
Nope.
up another.
Yeah.
But I like liver.
But
And
it was tasty good.
Yeah, yeah. And just like I like what you
It's
guys
disgusting.
don't, I like Braunschweigen, which is the goose liver.
Braunschweiger.
It's Braunschweiger.
Braunschweigen.
Volkswagen.
Far from new.
I like Braunschweiger.
I like
a goose
Farfig,
liver.
dude.
Yeah,
like-
goose liver pate or
yeah,
whatever.
I do. I like that.
I like it too.
Yeah, and with my dad,
like on a cracker, not on
yeah.
a sandwich.
well, no, I could have on a piece of bread, but
Nope.
normally
Ed would fry his like bologna.
Ew. Ooh.
no,
My
no,
grandpa used to. Hey.
Really?
Fried Braunschweiger.
Yeah.
My
Wouldn't
stepdad did the
isn't
same
it just
thing.
all
Yeah.
fat?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it just reduce to nothing?
Just
Well,
disintegrate.
yeah,
it just goes.
yeah. It's like the size of a little pancake, but when you're done, it's like a penny.
Yeah.
Turns into a slider.
Yeah.
no, yeah, but we would.
It was
to
almost
put,
like
like-
an oyster.
Yeah. You have to cut the whole roll up just to get one sandwich out of it after you cook it.
And I so again the flavor is like liver.
Yeah.
I did like it, and I still do. I really like it a lot. And I've been going out to this Brownhelm Township store, which is was there a gas station there at one time?
Yeah, back in the 70s, it was called Clutchers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember that.
I don't remember his Clutchers, but it
But
was
Chuck, Charles is such the historian.
yeah.
I grew up.
Yeah.
We used to walk
Right
there
down the
from my
road.
house. Yeah.
And but they
also had ice
He used to buy beer
expanded
there when he was 10.
You know,
Yeah.
with a note.
but they always had
It's for my dad.
serious
So
cigarettes.
Yeah.
You buy that there?
I
They
go
have
there.
It's probably the Amish. What's that Amish brand? Something.
Boar's Head.
They have
Something,
Boar's Head
that's
there.
not the Amish brand. The Creek.
They have
something. Creek.
I know the one.
Oh,
you're talking about.
Jebediah's?
Walnut Creek.
Walnut Creek. is the
Jebediah
Amish
Creek?
brand. Jebediah.
Dude, they have going at
Very
any
good
time.
selection of.
Yes, of all this Boar's Head meat. They have pizzas you can get there now, and they have these stew. It's not quite a stew. What
Soups. They have.
Stoop. It's not a stew, and it's not a stew, and not a soup.
Yeah, it's
stew.
called chili.
Say that 10 times.
Yeah,
Right.
everything's
That's what I was going to ask you. That's what it is, and I was going to ask that. I was never.
And they have a
fan
really
of
good
it.
beer selection there too.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's funny because soup and stew, those kind of cover it. What would be in between
Right.
soup and stew? Because it's
shepherd
either
pie.
soup or
That's right.
well, no, it'd either
Maybe,
be soup or stew.
Maybe a bisque.
I was just gonna say that. Maybe
Well,
a bisque.
is
Yeah.
not like
Just
a
a
little
creamy
thicker than a
soup.
soup, but
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
See?
Wow.
but I'm sure he's not talking
You got
about
schooled.
like potato roast beef bisque.
I bet you that would be good.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a whole meal in
Have to
one
try
bowl.
it. That's
Yeah.
right.
Add cream to
That's-
anything. It's good.
That's the weird thing is, dude, they have this great selection. They really, really do. I was shocked the first time I had it because, normally it's a little place like that. Sometimes it's not good. Just like I'm going to sidetrack.
See, those are the places
You go
that
to
are
a gas
good,
station
though.
near
Yeah,
us.
right.
There's a gas
know?
station, Ollie's, and he does that corned beef sandwich.
Yeah.
Which
He also
you'd
does
never
gyros.
Gyro, yeah.
Yeah, you'd never think a gas station you're going to get a great gyro, but you do. You go to this place and they have these little pots going, and the guy makes them all there, and it's this really thick. And again, I never like. That's what I'm wondering. Am I getting old to
Yes.
like?
You are 90.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you said when I told you about it, you said you make better.
I love soup. I eat soup all the time. I've been eating soup since,
Since soup was around.
we invented the soup.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
No, I just love soup. I
Same
always
here.
eat soup.
Same here.
The one soup that
Soups are
they
always
have
good,
all the
man.
time. No,
Chicken noodle, beef vegetable.
I love those. Is bean soup.
I hate beans.
beans.
Ham and bean, like
Ham and
navy bean.
bean, yes.
Oh,
I
You
hate
like
ham.
Oh, God, yeah.
yeah.
I gag on bean soup with the ham in it.
I either
Oh,
after
so
Thanksgiving,
good.
I either make that or I make split pea with ham.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm not a split pea guy. I know a lot of
amazing.
people
You've
that
never
like
had it?
It's-
I'm like,
If I make it, I'll bring it in. So
No,
you
I
guys try it on
can't
your
do
own
it.
time.
I can't do
Well, no,
it.
you don't have to.
Yeah.
I'll
Like if
try.
you're-
I'll try.
I don't mind it.
You'll love
Yeah.
it.
I was
don't
gonna say-
mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's not my go-to,
If
but I
it's
don't
done
mind
well.
it. But after Thanksgiving or whatever, Christmas, if we've got ham, I make the loaded baked potato soup.
Yeah.
What is loaded baked potatoes?
It's
I've never heard.
potato soup with ham, chives.
Is it thick?
that would be
cheese.
good.
Oh yeah, it's like
If
a
it's done
chowder.
right.
I'm gonna
Chowder.
say
That's another one.
potato.
Chowder.
Now clam chowder is good.
I had a baked potato soup with burnt tips in it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Look at
Imagine how good it would have been if they wouldn't have overcooked it.
everybody.
You know what? If
Everybody
if they
did not
weren't
hear
burnt-
that.
Yeah, if they weren't burnt tips.
Just tips.
I am so
Just the
hungry
tips.
right now.
I'm definitely. I got to hit a fast food
Serious,
place on the way
man.
out.
I just want to talk about because again, it's as I'm getting older. Is it my palate is changing? Is it the types of food?
Is there
that we
anything
like?
you don't like now? Like you're like, man, I could care less about
Yes,
it.
yeah. There's one thing my dad always tried to get us to eat when we were younger. I don't know if it's good for you per se. Is cottage cheese?
Oh,
I love it.
geez, yeah.
I like it, but I don't know if it's.
I do.
I don't. know if it's good for
like the
you.
large curd. It's healthy.
Yeah, I
it's
guess
a lot
it's
of
not terrible.
A lot of calcium,
dairy,
vitamins. You know,
Not a fan.
But
yeah,
this is
that and
I like it.
applesauce together, maybe.
Oh, yeah, pineapple.
My
I like
dad
it with
used to.
pineapple.
Oh, any fruit. Yeah, peaches.
It's nothing more
Oh,
than
yeah.
curdled milk, right? It's just curd. It's not a.
But it's intentional. It's not what
Right.
you have. It's a different thing. It's processed. It's not a
Ed's
bacteria.
milk jug is like custard, like soft serve. You tip it upside down and squeeze it. It's like soft serve.
You're half right, Ed. It's not curdled.
Right.
It's curds.
Right, curds.
That are made on purpose. It's
cultured.
like so cheese is made from curds. The only difference is the cheese that you cut and slice.
Yeah.
It's pressed and dried.
And dried. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cottage cheese is that before they press it and
Oh
dry.
my God, I'm so glad we got somebody that knows something here.
I've always wondered what the curds. What was the byproduct, or is that's
It's the top they scrape off, right?
Short of becoming cheese, or
Yes, it's short of becoming
Okay.
cheese. If you took cottage
It's like
cheese
baby
and
cheese,
put it in the
Wayne.
form and pressed it and pressed out the moisture,
yeah,
then you would have cheese.
like a mozzarella.
Right.
This is basically
Right.
just
Or
milk.
cheddar or
Yeah.
whatever.
Because mozzarella is just milk.
Right.
Well,
right?
Exactly. It's
does anybody ever go to like Culver's or anything and get the cheese
fucking
curds?
Culver's.
I've never gotten
I've
them.
never had
Oh my
that
God,
either.
they're so good.
I had
Is
my
it-
first one the other day. Samantha went with a friend to the Amish country, and she brought back pepper jack cheese curds.
Yeah.
And they weren't real hot, but the flavor was
Yeah.
really, really good. I was surprised.
Were
Are
they
they-
breaded and fried?
That's what I
No,
was
they
gonna
were
ask.
just cheese.
Oh, okay.
Like
'cause
cold.
They make
Cold,
No,
yeah.
the fried
Yeah, I like
cheese
it.
curds.
fried cheese
yeah.
curds. They
Yeah.
put a breading on them and fry them.
I can't get myself to eat that.
Oh,
That
they're
to me, that's
so-
like the worst thing
Is it
you
a
could ever
texture?
eat.
A texture in your mouth
No,
or flavor?
it's the grease, bread, and cheese.
That's my three favorite food groups.
That's right.
Wait a minute. Do you like?
That's right.
Don't you like mozzarella sticks? That's the same combination.
I
just
do, but
gonna say.
I steer away. I like the marinara sauce the most of it.
The cheese curds.
the sauce.
I worked in Wisconsin for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And every time
Wisconsin.
I went there, I was remote. So
Yeah.
every time I flew into town, we'd go eat at whatever local place.
Yeah.
Everybody had cheese curds. 'cause
Cheese
it's
curds
fucking
in
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And it's the Midwest's version of mozzarella sticks.
Okay.
That's what it is.
They're
And they-
delicious.
I get it. Yeah.
They are good.
You get a bunch of different dipping sauces.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can have
Just
your
don't-
pick. It's good. I
You
like
gotta
it.
get backed up.
Did-
All the cheese
Oh,
yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Then you
Yes.
throw in the low temperatures. The plumbers are fucking busy.
Well, I mean, they don't shit all winter, so
Right. They just
Oh, yeah.
store it
Well, they
away.
might
hold
do
it.
it, but it's outside.
I say they only have outdoor plumbing, so they don't shit all winter.
yeah.
It's too damn cold.
Yeah.
You gotta shovel the sidewalk just to get there.
You're saying
And that's from all the other poops.
because
I'm just thinking of
it's
all
cold.
that stuff.
That's a lot of cheese.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of cheese.
It is.
I like cheese, but
Yeah.
cheese curds are delicious. I must say.
Oh, that's funny.
I love blue cheese.
You guys see how lucky we are to have indoor plumbing? I'm
Yes.
just saying.
Well,
You like blue cheese?
I do like blue cheese.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good.
that's
Love it.
well, no, wait. Blue. There's a difference. There's.
Yes, yes, yes,
No,
yes.
I'm a no.
I,
Oh, you're a no?
I don't like blue cheese
All
at
right, then.
all.
I.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So everybody on this side of the table.
Yeah.
Right.
no. There's a different. There's a creamy blue cheese which doesn't have the chunks in it, or does it?
Okay,
Well,
all
it
right.
can.
Just so we're straight on this, it's cheese, the blue cheese,
Crumbles in
yes, in a
Right.
dressing. So
Yeah.
it's the cheese that you don't like,
Right.
Is what I just want to be clarified.
It's two things. If
Have
they
you ever had blue cheese by itself?
No. Yes.
Yeah, I
and
do.
that's,
I
that's-
love it.
Me
Do
too.
you?
Yeah.
I
Really?
think I might have had a
Like a
crumble
black
up
and
on a
blue
salad.
burger.
Oh yeah,
They
black
put
and
on-
blue burger
Or
on a
usually a steak salad.
Right.
A good steak
Yeah,
salad will have
yeah.
dried
Blue
Roquefort,
cheese on it.
which is a blue
Did-
cheese.
or a
Didn't like
Greek
it at all.
salad, a Cobb salad. You can get
I
it on
love it.
those. Yeah.
Now, see
love
that to me, I can handle it. It's a very odd for me. It's an odd flavor and texture.
Yeah.
But I can do it if you take a creamy blue cheese.
Yeah.
On wings, I can
Right.
do it that way.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But often when you go to restaurants, they'll give you the crumbly, and for some reason, it for me is a weird.
it.
Like you text. It's
Yeah,
just a
if you
weird
don't like it, you don't like
texture.
it. But I've had it like a spreadable,
Yeah.
chunky,
Yeah.
and like on a cracker with something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
to me, it's just that.
It's
I
just
like a
like,
real sharp cheese anyhow.
like
Right.
feta
to me,
cheese.
it's got a bite, like a nice tangy bite to it.
I like feta cheese.
Bueno is a sharp cheese man.
That's it, baby.
There is a place in Brunswick. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. but-
House of Cheese.
No. They have a blackened blue
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
steak.
yes.
and it's It's a filet mignon with a béarnaise sauce and blue cheese on top, and it is fucking to die for. It is
I've had it good on a steak where it's
so good.
It's like a
you
crusted
don't even
top.
care. Like you would like it because if you enjoy the spread or the dip you get with the wings, it's very similar because it melts
into that
the beer.
See, that's just it.
my
Yeah,
God,
if it's
it is-
So it's like a broiled crust on top. Yeah.
Like
they put it in right before the end so that it just melts on top.
I just have a problem with a good steak with almost anything on it. I'll take some butter, like in a good restaurant.
You just like a plain.
I agree
Mushrooms?
with that. I
Yeah.
typically agree with that, but the way they prepare it, the steak,
I mean,
there's
if it was done right, it was
that
done
is
right.
the seasoning. It's
Yeah.
the blue cheese and the
I get it.
béarnaise.
It's not like a half-inch layer of stuff on there.
Yeah, I don't like when I go to a place and the steak comes out and all you taste is the seasoning.
Yeah.
I'm like, I came here for the steak, not
Yeah.
the.
Do you want A1? Like,
Do you use A1
if
or
I need A1, I'm in the wrong place.
So right,
that's a
exactly.
steakhouse or
Look, I
something.
used to have steak nights at my house. I'd get good steaks. I'd marinate them in a red wine marinade, and I'd put them on the grill. And if anybody put anything on it, they weren't invited to the next one
Good for you.
because
So then there was party of one. Jeffrey, Jeffrey, party of one.
I would have went.
I was like, you're ruining
So no
the whole
ketchup?
flavor of the steak. Yeah, no. If you put ketchup on one of my steaks,
Ketchup
you're not
on
coming back.
steak.
It's like I just paid good money for a steak
Yeah.
for you to eat,
Right.
and you
What do you think
ruined it.
A1 is? It's like ketchup and the Worcestershire sauce mixed.
Wash your sister.
Is it?
It's
What do you
wash
think it is?
and
Some-
raisins.
Yeah.
Some chef
It's
creation.
magic
No.
potion. It's,
No,
It's a condiment.
it's an elixir.
And it's made with raisins.
Well, what is the? I started.
serious.
It is. Yeah.
I
A1
was-
is made with raisins?
Yeah.
I was. I bought
Absolutely.
some Q. Is it Q9 or something? It's like the European A1 kind of.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what's called?
You get
Q9?
some at Aldi's. I got some at home.
What's it called? Q9.
I think it is Q9. I don't know
Something
what it
like
is
that. And I
exactly.
taste it. It's a little. It's got a little like a bite to it.
Yeah, it's a little tangier.
Almost like a A1, but more tomatoey. And but I bought it because of my favorite chef, Matty Matheson.
Okay.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
He's Canadian, but he's got tattoos everywhere, and he's crazy. And
Yeah,
he
he's a cool
drops the
cat.
F-bomb and talks about he did acid when he was a kid and talked about banging a girl in it while he's cooking. And
So
it's
we should
amazing.
have him on our show.
Yeah.
We should. I would kill to have him on our show.
I know Johnny Matheson.
I might be going to Canada to one of his restaurants and hopefully maybe to meet him.
Nice.
I would like to.
Nice.
But anyhow, I bought this sauce and I forgot where I'm going to use it or how I'm going to use it, but it's got that little bit of a.
Yeah.
Where would, if you guys say, where was the best steak you think you had, other than Vegas, which I loved?
Yeah, it was like
Vegas would
probably
be
in Vegas.
around here.
Strip.
Around Strip.
Strip.
Well, I like Dieso's a lot too.
Dieso's.
Yeah.
That's, but
Dieso's.
that's
Dieso's
fillet,
was very
that's
good.
fillet only.
I've only had their lamb chops, which were fucking amazing.
Everything
Best
there was
lamb
amazing.
chops I ever
Yeah,
had.
Dieso's is a hidden little gem.
That guy, what's his name? George?
Mark.
Mark. Diesel Bistro.
Yeah.
Dude's
Yeah,
great.
Dieso's
Here's
Bistro.
the only thing that you and I think you sent me a message on. If you guys out there, if you ever
Yeah.
go to Dieso's Bistro,
Order everything right away.
right away. Mark is a fantastic guy.
He'll talk to you.
He'll talk to you and then forget to put your
Lollygag.
order in.
Oh,
You will be there for a long
But his food is a.
time.
He's the only one cooking.
And you know what? If
No,
you're
he's
going to go there, make sure
He
you make
doesn't cook.
reservations
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Oh,
he
see, I
only-
go to the bar and just walk in.
Oh, you sit at the bar?
Yeah.
I see. I like sitting at a table by
I
a fireplace.
he does the party of one. That's what.
I like sitting at the bar like it's stripped too.
Yeah.
You, sit,
Oh, right
you can
on.
watch the kitchen and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Dude, but Dieso's Bistro on Oberlin Avenue in
Oh.
Lorraine, go check Mark out because his food
Yeah.
is to die for.
the,
phenomenal.
the fillet is by the ounce. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah, I
get
think-
whatever size.
Yeah, but I
fillet
think he
you
has
like.
minimum 6 ounce or something like
6
that.
I'm
yeah.
sure.
Minimum 5.
Yeah.
Minimum
Five.
5 ounces. Yeah.
I like the 2-ounce filet myself. That's one of my favorites.
I think you were missing. It's not the 2-inch.
Oh.
Right.
2 ounce.
Do you know? I think the best steak that I ever had. There was a place in the not the Promenade and the Avon, not Avon Commons. What's it off of
Crocker Park.
Crocker Park? Thank you, Crocker Park. There was Blake's Seafood, or there was
Oh,
a
yeah.
seafood
Cheesecake
place,
Factory.
and then right,
Well,
There's nothing wrong with the
right next to it
Cheesecake
was a
Factory,
steak
man.
place right next to the Blake's Seafood. There was okay.
I know Hyde Park is there.
Maybe that's what it
Yeah.
was. Maybe it was Hyde Park.
Yeah,
because
That's
I
towards
think it's
the,
right
towards the
next
movie
to it.
theater more that way.
Yes, yeah.
Hyde
I
Park
know what
is
you're talking
pretty
about,
good.
but I don't know the name of it. They're
Yeah,
pretty
that
good.
was to me was
the
a very-
seafood place.
There's
is great.
also that it's Argentinian steak. What is the one where you can order?
Oh.
It's like endless.
Yeah.
What's it? It's right there. It used to be by the Noodle Cat.
Yep.
Next door to that.
I
It's
can't
still
remember
there.
the name of
Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah, it's a Brazilian
Yeah.
steakhouse.
Yeah.
See,
something.
I always thought that place
I've
was
never been there.
great because you could walk around all the different
Take
places.
stuff off of people's plates.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't worry, they'll bring you more.
Drum
So
up
it's like
unwanted conversation.
Like a higher scale Golden Corral? Is that what you're saying?
No, they come by and we'll cut meat and plop it right on your
Oh.
plate.
Is Ruth Chris like that?
Yeah,
Is it like
that's in
That's
Cleveland,
not a
though,
Brazilian
right?
steakhouse.
No, but is Ruth Chris a steakhouse?
high
Like,
end.
it's high end.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
the one in Sandusky off 250 where it was?
Angry Bull?
No.
No, over by
Bull.
across from the Harley place.
Yes,
Angry
it
Bull's
was. It was almost like
It was a
a Golden
steakhouse.
Corral, but
Yeah.
it was a steakhouse.
Not Gubba.
No, Rudy's or
Might have been
Something
Rudy's.
like that. But,
Might have been
Ruth's. I thought it was like
No.
Ruth's.
it was Ruth's.
It was Ruth's, but
yeah.
it wasn't Ruth's Chris.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Ruth's.
right,
Totally
right.
different.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
One
It was.
had whip marks on it. The other one.
But it wasn't. It was sit down and order. It was more like a Longhorn.
Right.
Or
Kind of.
yeah.
Texas Roadhouse.
If Golden Corral and
Yeah.
Longhorn had a baby, that's what that was.
What's,
Yeah, yeah.
what's the one,
Outback type deal.
what's the one at the mall? The Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
That place is always. I don't have a problem with it. My dad loves it.
For a chain one, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not that bad.
Dude,
But dude, at our mall, don't forget about Bubba. Not Bubba Q's.
The slow.
Uncle Bo's. Uncle Bo's Slow and Low.
Low and slow.
Smoked meats, and they are amazing.
That's some good barbecue.
there is
That's very
another
good.
one that's on 113 right before the trailer. right before the
Boy.
trailer.
Oh, yeah, across from the
Yes.
ice cream place.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a barbecue. It just opened. It came. This is the weirdest thing.
Out of nowhere? Just opened
Out
up?
of nowhere.
It's been open for.
Is it decent?
Tornado hit the trailer park and just dropped it there.
It had nothing better to do with all the meats from the refrigerators when the power went out.
All those gas grills together.
For the audience, I'm going to describe that area. Yeah, you turn down it's the route 113.
It's very rural.
Very rural. They got the Lorraine County Speedway.
Yeah,
They got
right
a
across
guy
the
that you
street.
can buy like slab wood
Yeah.
right next to him. There's a graphics place.
There's
and
an ice cream parlor.
Across the street is Krieg's. It used to be Krieg's custard
Yeah,
ice
now
cream.
it's Big V's.
Auto detail place.
Oh,
It's
and by
very
the way,
good.
screw Taco Mike. Is that what yeah, asshole. Thanks for no shirt.
It's Taco Dave's now.
Is it?
Yeah,
But so Mike has nothing to do with it?
That's why.
Their trucks now say Taco
Sons
Dave.
of
Got rid of
bitches.
Mike, huh?
God.
Mike must have dropped the
Good.
ball.
Because he didn't give you a
Son
shirt.
of a bitch.
Fucker.
This is-
I don't usually cuss.
No,
What I want to know though, Ed, is do you get to meet your cow before you eat it at this place? Like, do they
what?
bring it in and you're like, this is Bessie. She's gonna be your dinner tonight.
We'll be taking her leg.
I see. This is okay.
Pet this right here. You're going to eat that later.
Right
I'm
there.
just-
See?
I feel God bless God if he's still listening, Farmer Ron, that we need people like that. He was a farmer. They had sheep and chickens and all that stuff down on at his place.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that. Look at it. I couldn't be the guy.
Right
You
on.
know?
You'd probably go fishing.
Now, see, I feel bad for the fish sometimes.
Oh, you're dead.
No way, because
You would not be a good caveman.
Go chop on a dandelion, hippie.
Right?
Yeah.
when you
Go eat some tree bark.
look at
Yeah.
look at the look. Both they go to the YouTube
Yeah.
and look at their faces, just
Go
laughing.
peel some
Jump
bark.
on a dandelion. What'd you say?
Hippie.
Go chop on a dandelion, hippie.
That's
Peel some bark off a tree and boil it and have
No,
some
here's-
soup with that.
Here's the thing,
granola.
Don't forget to add your shitty ass hemp shoe for flavor.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Fuck's sakes.
The only thing you're going to eat is what I didn't.
Boom.
Well, now you're a look at him. He's just drumming it down. Now you're a fisherman.
Yeah.
Because you knew
He's a
hunted
pocket
too, a little bit.
fisherman.
No.
The Ronco pocket
The
fisherman.
reason I consider, I would say he's a I would say competition level. Is that fair? or
I
no?
did, yeah.
Yeah,
for a
because you
while,
did. You went on the
Saltwater.
boat.
Yeah.
Very.
Would you say it was a trophy fish?
Yeah.
No,
Which
I'm not.
part?
I'm not saying. I'm
So anyhow,
giving you
what are
accolades
getting
for
at?
that.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I couldn't do it. I was a terrible fisherman.
Because you're not one of the registered committees
He has chlamydia.
to issue an accolade.
I have a blue dot.
Yeah, you do.
He is registered.
I am registered, not quite for the fish, but I'm registered for something.
Yes, sir.
Is that my thing? My dad taught us when we would. It blew me away when we would go to Hot Waters to
Long John
fish.
Silver's.
That was our fishing, Long John Silver's.
Fish aren't square.
Arthur Treacher's.
But we would go to Hot Waters. There was a right by I'm gonna places you may not know, audience is there was a skate world, and next to it was a bait shop.
George's.
Garwell's.
George's?
Yeah, it was Garwell's.
George's,
George's
yeah.
bait.
And you
yeah.
could
Still
buy
now. Still there.
You
Yeah.
could buy the big bait there. My dad would get
and
us.
a gun.
That's what they say. They sell guns.
Just saying.
In case you pissed them off on the boat, nobody
So
saw
what'd you do at
anything.
Hot Waters? Fish for carp?
Well,
I sold carp
No, wait a minute.
there.
No,
Bluegill.
people eat
$6.
carp. I'm not.
They do.
Yeah, the
You
people
just
eat.
have to learn how to fillet it because there's they call a mud line or mud vein where if you hit it, it kind of taints the meat.
Well, it's because it's poop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
carp aren't like a delicacy. It's not a delicacy.
Right, it's a bottom feeder, right?
It's
Yeah.
a select
Yeah.
group of people that
You have to
would eat
carp.
that
Yeah,
really. and-
it's an acquired taste.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sheephead.
Although it's like in China,
Sheephead,
it's like,
that's another one,
The carp, the tattoo.
Yeah,
That's
koi.
what all their
Koi is-
Right,
koi
koi
fish.
fish, yeah.
But anyhow,
Well, when
They don't eat them though; they worship them.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Sure, they probably
Huh?
eat them too.
You think they do?
I don't know. I saw some videos.
If they're hungry,
then they munch
Yeah.
they munch
lot of
They seem like
Bicycles.
they have a lot of scales
a
on.
lot of bicycles.
Big giant ones
Big
too,
scales.
right?
Like dragon scales. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They
Right?
can,
Yeah,
they can
that's what I'm
stop like
saying, bro.
arrows and stuff.
But I
Right?
think they are like a bottom feeder.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bottom,
yeah,
a bottom feeding fish. Like is it what's the one that's
Catfish or
flat?
flounder.
Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
flounder with two with
They're
the eyes on the
not.
side.
They're not like a flounder. A flounder is not a
That's not a bottom.
Is that even a
no.
freshwater
A
fish?
flounder is actually a I wouldn't say a sport fish, but it's a highly sought after species to eat.
Yeah,
Right.
they're
It's
very
not like-
delicious.
It's not. What am I thinking of when it's a bottom feeder? Is they eat crap off the bottom.
doesn't eat the
What is
shit,
it?
it
He
eats
doesn't
the-
eat shit. They eat like crabs.
They eat
and,
other fish and stuff like that.
But they
even though
lay on the bottom.
Carp, yes,
Right, but they
carp
eat 'em out of the
shit.
But carp is a
Right.
bottom feeder,
Okay.
like a
Catfish.
sucker,
Right.
catfish.
Yeah.
Catfish.
Well, my dad would
Ed.
teach Ed. My dad would teach us this technique, and I'm probably wrong, but he would take it where we take the minnow, you squeeze it so it went all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
put the hook through its mouth, through its gills, and you'd spin it and then put it through the
Yeah,
body.
you try to hide the
Right.
the hook.
Sure.
Right, that's what my dad taught us, and I.
And you felt bad for it.
I goddamn right did. I do it, and it'd look at me like all I could think is because growing up, we all watched Mr. Limpet, and I, for some
I'm pretty
reason,
sure that minnow was not Mr. Limpet.
That was a
No.
cartoon.
and my brother,
Yeah.
you guys remember Tony? That he was an angry fisherman. He would hook it in, and its eye would pop out. And
Oh, yeah, he didn't give a shit, yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah, here you go.
You
You,
know?
you like that, you bitch?
You bitch.
Yeah.
Talk to it.
Yeah, you talk to it, swear at it. Yeah,
Who's your daddy?
that's right. You
Maybe
like
that's
that,
why.
you fat whore?
He gets on the
Yeah.
boat, puts on his gimp mask and his ball guy. He's like, yeah. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Right, and so we'd fish right off the pier there.
Did he
Hot
give
Waters.
the minnow a safe word?
bumpy pickle?
Panda.
And so, but then Tony Wood, and this is where it kind of did me for, and he was for some reason, I don't know if he used voodoo or he was a better fit. Every time
Probably baited the hook better.
he probably did. He baited it, would bring it in.
He didn't tape the minnow to the hook.
Tape it. Dad, can I have some tape?
Put it just through the little lips.
He's got a
And when I read it, that's
he's
all
got a big roll of duct tape.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I'm not catching anything. I think
don't
these
know.
minnows are faulty.
Yeah, something wrong with this tape.
The worst is when you hook that bait so good you could pick up a fucking I-beam, but you bring it back
Yeah,
and there's
it's
nothing
gone.
left. You're
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah, they clean the hook.
Yep.
Yeah.
you're like,
You're like the sons of bitches.
And then Tony would, when he'd bring it in, he would like whack the fish for some reason.
well, you want to kill it so it doesn't suffer.
Is that what they do? And
yeah,
then
you smack its head and kill it.
No,
so
whack
that's,
it, and
that's
it-
not what they do.
I
I don't know what kind of fish he bought.
I've
or caught
I've never
or
been on a fishing
if he
boat
was
where they
keeping it.
clubbed it.
ever, unless it's sheephead banging off the transom
he's doing
because they
like
wanted to kill it.
atomic
Yeah.
knee drop.
You're thinking of baby seals.
Now in the
Yeah.
ocean, we will club a tuna or wahoo
Did
because
you?
the fins are razor sharp.
Oh, are they?
And it starts flipping around on the
If it
back.
starts flipping around,
Or
it'll
if-
fuck you up.
If you get a like a sword or a sailfish or like a white marlin.
Did you ever
or
catch
something.
it? Did you ever
Yeah,
catch a
all everything.
You're kidding. That has that spear of death on
Yeah,
that
it's a
thing.
billfish. Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
And did,
There's white
Would you
marlin.
call that a trophy fish?
There's blue marlin, white marlin, and sailfish are primarily the ones that are going to be. And a swordfish has the the long flat,
Yeah.
like teeth around it. But that's not. Well, no, swordfish is more like a
sword?
longliner type
Oh.
fishing you do.
Is that a sport fish, or do you actually eat that?
What?
The one you just said, the
Marlin?
the sail
You don't
fish.
eat marlin. We tag and release. You get
Oh, do
this.
you? Okay.
It's like a button.
Take a
that goes-
picture.
take a picture. Touch the bill, maybe revive it.
You
Let
kiss
it
it.
release it. White marlin. But if it's gonna
Bob
die,
Marlin.
if it's gonna die, like we primarily fish in the Bahamas. If it's gonna die, you take it back, and the villagers would eat it.
Yeah.
It's edible. But
Yeah.
you catch a 300-400 pound fish, you're wasting. If you're gonna take it, you're not gonna take it home. You're gonna it's mostly for a trophy. So you measure it, and then you call a taxidermist and say it was X amount of pounds, or this is how
you're
big
kidding,
it was,
yeah.
and they put it on a wall for you. You don't have to kill it to have that. You don't saw the bill off, or
this is another ignorant by lack of exposure.
No, not from you, Ed.
really.
I'm trying to say is that when you get that fish, because how do they taxiderm it whole? Do they take the meat but leave the skin?
A lot of times they just
How
take
do
the
they-
bill or part of the head.
They take the head.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the rest is like
Yeah.
fiberglass or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
How
It's
do
usually
they, how
you
do they
just-
make that?
Like I don't know if they still
See?
even do it. They you give it dimensions. You
Yeah.
can measure like the girth around the tallest part. You can measure the bill, or you can
send
measure
in the
tail,
pictures.
like the V in the tail to the tip of
they
the
make
whatever.
They like
yeah.
make all that.
Pre-made. You don't have to
Oh.
kill a fish because like our big tournaments were tag and release. It's a
Right.
release unless you catch like one of the things you catch a lot of times when you're fishing for marlin or billfish. You'll catch tuna, wahoo, and mahi mahi.
What is a
Mahi mahi.
wahoo?
A wahoo's a sport fish. It's like second fastest fish in the ocean. It's,
Very fast.
It's a really good. It can be sushi
Delicious.
quality.
Oh, you eat it?
It's a white
Oh,
firm.
God, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've never heard
Amazing.
of
It's my
wahoo
favorite.
before.
But
Wahoo's
like if
good.
you're too shallow, you're going to catch dolphin. If you're
That's
wahoo
very
and
shallow.
marlin are all together. But anyhow, it's so those are the ones you would keep.
Wafer.
Like I've eaten tuna while it was still alive on the deck.
Oh, yeah.
We bleed it out.
Oh,
You cut
yeah.
it while it's alive, so you get the blood out of the meat. So it's still pumping blood out.
That's when you said
Right
you
here.
hang it right then and there on the
We
deck.
don't hang it.
What? Don't you lift it
Amazing.
up to, or you let it flap flap
Just
around?
cut it and lift your feet up so it doesn't slice you.
Hang in there.
The fins can be really
Very
sharp.
sharp.
Really,
So that's why you
Yeah.
club it.
And they're big, very big.
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah.
They're real round. They're like 95% muscle. So
Yeah.
they're just like a
They're giant.
missile.
Just throw an M80.
Kind of like you, Ed.
They're like a torpedo.
I'm round and
Seriously.
muscular. That's
Meathead.
right. And you
Yep.
throw an M80 at it and just
Yeah.
knock it out that way. I would. I know we're over, Chucky.
He doesn't even have a water. I don't know how to judge where we're at.
Wow.
I
I
do,
can
but I
tell
did
that-
drink
You
it
got one of those.
again.
He had
RC
an
Cola.
Oh, sorry.
We're over, so audience. We're going to be leaving you. I did want to mention this too because you get a kick out of this, Chucky. That yes, we're going to be leaving you with Alec Benjamin, the song "Let Me Down Slowly." But I wanted to mention I got a song sent to me, which I could not believe when I heard it. It was Jean-Michel Jarre is last name,
Jarre.
but it was a Tangerine Dream song. Remember Tangerine
Yes.
Dream? You do
Yeah.
remember? Jim?
Yes, risky business on the train. That was their
I was
music.
like, dude, I haven't heard that name, a Tangerine Dream, that band in a long time.
Wait,
I stole it.
Michael Jarre sent you a song?
No. I got sent by someone
I
else. They said you got to hear this
I stole a
song.
cassette from a spa I went to, waiting for a massage, and I liked it so much. It was said Tangerine Dream, and I just,
Tangerine
like,
Dream.
pocketed it when I was really young. This was weeks ago.
Well, I remember
Tangerine Dream was they were like
from
the first like
not quite Enya-y. They were like a dreamy music
Yeah,
kind of.
Hence the name.
Well, yeah, I always remember them from porns. They would do the background music for porn.
It was,
I didn't
some of
know
it was
that.
a lot of porn music.
You watch
yeah.
porn with the sound on?
Yeah. Who does
Well,
that?
he didn't want to feel alone.
what music?
So we're gonna be leaving. Then it was a DJ that Above and Beyond, which
Yeah.
I like. Above and
Slapping.
Beyond. They did this mix, and this guy goes, "You got to check it out." And as soon as I saw Tangerine, I'm like, "You got." Someone.
And we were
dug
just
up-
talking about that beer.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's a small world. I wanted to mention that to
Amazing.
audience members. Thank you. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website for the moment is edmoneylive.com, where it's real people have real conversation about life. Normally listen to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
We'll see ya.
There came in at the end.
dilly.
Nope. That won the other part. That was, I'm glad he's there and keeping me out of trouble. Is amazing. Byron here.
Everybody have a good one. See ya.
Glad you came.
Surprise,
Wait,
motherfucker.
I got someone before you now.
I
Finally,
know I'm not last.
Yeah.
We got to come up with a name for you, other than Jeffrey
Other
Street.
than Jeffrey Street. Yeah, my full name
Yeah.
is
Jeffrey Cul-de-sac.
Jeffrey Cul-de-sac.
I like Red Light District Jeffrey.
Good call. I'm going to be meeting with our new web guy
street,
tomorrow. So
red
yeah,
light
red light,
He's got
red light
red hair.
district Jeffrey. Maybe I don't know.
We'll think of something.
How about G Street? Oh,
G Street
see
Jeffrey.
what I
G
did?
Street.
G
Holy
Street
shit.
Jeff. That's a good
Boom.
one. G Street Jeffrey. And
It's
You're
almost
welcome.
gangsta now.
That's right. Last
You're
but not least,
welcome.
always keeping
Night,
us in
everybody.
balance and check is Bueno.
Wait, I thought I wasn't last.
No, you are.
You are.
I'm
He did
still
it.
last?
Oh, yeah.
I don't, that's a different pecking order now?
No,
We saved
I
the
always,
best for
always
last.
keeping us in.
Okay.
Last but not least, always
I'll
keeping
go
us
with
in
it.
balance and check. I can move you up the list.
There's no seniority there.
I like
No
it.
seniority here.
Check out everything. Always remember that you are somebody. Bless you. Always remember that you are somebody, and don't be materialistic because it gets you nowhere. And after that, we are out of here.
Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me in a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling down. 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 Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me.
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and/or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.